Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is brought to you by you. If you want to learn how to support our show, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. Hello everyone, welcome to episode 82 of Punching Up, Last Stand Media's weekly Nintendo podcast. I'm your host, Brad Ellis, and joining me, my two lovely co-hosts. We're going to start with Mrs. Micah Moriarty today. Micah, got your hair back?
Yes.
Doing good today?
Yeah, I'm still healing that conch piercing that I got.
Oh, right, and, the magic conch piercing.
We had a little bit of a spicy week with it, so I'm trying to keep my hair off of it. So, yeah.
I get it.
I have an update that I'm very excited about.
Oh.
You guys may remember a couple weeks ago, I mentioned that I was trying to get Avalon Code, the 3DS game. And, well, it's a DS game, but I have a 3DS. And I got one.
Oh, all right.
Ignore the shitty cover. I literally printed this out minutes ago. My printer's running low on ink. I'm going to redo it. But that's besides the point. I was able to get a copy on GameStop used. I had been refreshing that link for weeks, hoping that it would come back in stock. It finally did. Really clean cartridge too. Like the sticker and everything's perfect. The contacts on the back were perfectly clean. I've gotten ones before that were like filthy and I had to clean them, right?
Yeah.
So, and they did send the blank case at least. Usually you don't even get a case at all. So yeah, got that. Okay. I'm excited about it. And I also picked up, because of Hogue, Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma.
Oh, so, okay.
And this comes with like an actual manual, which Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar did as well, which I was very happy about. So shout out to Marvelous, because they're keeping, game inserts alive.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Very nice. Yeah, the game's not crusty like Colin's controllers that you're using, right?
Oh, yeah. When he's like, it's not crusty, it's just pistachio crust. It's like, yeah, that's crust. But I'm very happy to finally have that. I had to. The funniest thing is that I'd been refreshing that link for weeks. And then as soon as it was actually available, I was like, I had that buyer's like hesitation though. And I ended up going to read Damon Hatfield's original review on IGN. And I was like, yeah, I want it. And I ordered it right away.
Cool. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Very nice. Also, Mr. Gene Park. Gene, how are you, dude?
Happy Monday or Tuesday. Actually looking forward to recording with you guys. I missed you guys.
Yeah.
I'm actually enjoying coming on the show and talking with you guys.
All right, that's good to hear.
I know it's
yeah, yay!
It's starting to happen, guys. I'm starting to like you guys. No, I'm kidding. No, but it's like it's a whole week since I talked to you guys, and it's like there's so much to talk about. So let's get to it.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of? Like, you don't want to go to school, but you like going to school to see your friends, see what's
a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't mean this that you guys are old. That is not the angle I'm coming at this from.
We are old. It's okay.
We're old.
One of my favorite tweets is, it says like, having an office job will have you being best friends with like a 65-year-old. And you're like, damn, I wonder what Mr. Otis is up to today. And it just is, though. It's like, because of working here, like Dustin and Chris are my age, and Maddie too. But it's like, man, I wonder what the fuck Gene's up to today. I wonder what Brad's up to today. And then we get to hang out once a week. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, I love talking with both of you, so it's great, man. We're all friends here, which is nice for now. We'll see though. If we're forced to play Overcooked with each other, I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, you don't watch that video for sure.
The Lockmore edit,
dude, it's such a good edit. Lockmore is a genius.
He's so good at editing. It's crazy.
He's so talented. It's crazy.
It's amazing. Like he's really good at finding spots and just highlighting it. It's crazy.
He has that comedic timing. Yeah, he's
really good eye for good comedy and good funny moments. Good ear for it too. Can't glaze lock enough.
Yeah, love the man. Except he's European. That's his only fault. Just kidding. All right. Hey, if you want to support us, go to patreon.com/laststandmedia. You can get early ad-free access to all of our shows. Sacred Symbols, our PlayStation show. Defining Duke, our Xbox show. And of course, us punching up, your Nintendo crew. We're your boys. Even Micah, she's your boy. We're all your boys here. And Summon Side, my other show where we talk about what we're playing. And Gene will be on that next week. So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. I'll be talking
Gene is kind of like my unofficial co-host of that show.
I know. I seen some people get tired of me, and I'm like, you know what? I understand it actually.
I get it. Yeah,
I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that at all. I get that. I get that criticism.
That's not an exclusive thing to you. That's for everybody, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if Maddie showed up all the time, then I'd be like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, but, that's just what happens. But
it is Ghost of Yote review period. Ghost of Yote reviews. I could talk about that. The embargoes are dropping on Thursday, so hopefully my review will be out, and check out Summon Sign next week, where I will talk all about it.
Yeah, I'm very excited because I am excited about the game. So it'd be great to hear your thoughts. All that
PlayStation game. Wow, they made a game
from a first-party developer. Yeah, I guess not a published one.
Incredible. Yeah.
Hey, if you want some merch, go to laststandmedia.store. Micah will send it to you from their little side room. You can get a bunch of cool stuff. Got shirts. We got some stuff cooking for later on in the year that I saw. That's very exciting.
Oh, dude.
It looks very nice.
Dustin had some really killer ideas. And so there will be some restocks coming, but also we have something new and exciting that Dustin worked on. And I'm really, I can't wait for people to see it. It's going to be a little bit, but I can't wait for people to see it.
Yeah. It's going to be a Last Stand Media Chinese finger trap. You guys remember that old thing we talked about back in the day? Dicks getting stuck in there or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what's coming. God. So please be excited for that.
Yeah, you know what? Colin has said that he wants to have more non-clothing items. I'm going to write that one down.
There you go.
I've been in the side room. It's like you see all these shelves full of LSM merch. It's like being in Willy Wonka's garage, and Willy Wonka is smoking a joint in the corner.
And that's my.
I smoked a joint with Colin in that same room too, so it was a good time.
Yeah. Let's see here. Roku wrote in, said, "What up, Nintendo fans? Shout out to Gene's recent interview with Kojima. I urge anyone listening to read it if you haven't already. I love the quote. Democratizing. Wait, what?
Democratizing.
Of art has empowered the individual, but also burdens audiences with even greater responsibility to become wiser and smarter. Damn, Kojima is a fucking crazy man. Every time he says something, it's fascinating. Unless that was a Gene quote, but I assume that's Kojima.
It's oh no, that's actually my quote.
Damn, you are the son of Kojima now.
I mean, I'm like paraphrasing what he's saying, but yeah, that I did write that part though. So
yeah, damn, Gene, getting crazy.
I was about to say, wow, Kojima said democratizing. I was like, wait, no, I said that. Okay.
Damn, professional journalist right here.
Yeah,
but it also had me lamenting the scarcity of creators like Kojima. Despite having the magic of the digital age to engage in any media we want, games soon to be less creative than they were decades ago, with a few exceptions here and there. I partially chalk this up to the current state of media literacy, how the general audience is not very well read in various forms of media, but also how not enough creators are too. Don't get me started on games media. I find it ironic that many of the Japanese greats of the 90s wouldn't be hired today due to not having the education and background in game dev. Yet people like Kojima studied economics, Sakaguchi studied electrical engineering, and with their worldly experiences, they went on to create all-time great games and stories. Am I off base with this nostalgia goggles? Or is there something to be said about the state of creativity in today's gaming landscape? Anyways, boomer rant over. Okay, I will say there is still a lot of creativity in games. It's just in a different kind of space. You do get from AAA sometimes, but there's a lot of creative shit in indie space. A lot of creativity going on there. And it's just hard to see some of it sometimes because there's so many goddamn video games nowadays. I mean, Gene, we're old, so we remember when, we wouldn't get that many high-profile releases a year. It felt like you could keep up with all the game releases at a time. But now there's just a cataclysmic wave of video games. So we're doing what we can. But what do you think, Gene? Do you think there's some creativity missing in the industry nowadays?
Yeah, well, thanks, Roku, for sharing on my interview. It's pinned on my Twitter profile if you guys want to see it. And the full quote from Kojima is, because I asked him about because Kojima always likes going to movie theaters, right?
Yes.
He doesn't stream movies, or I mean, he does, but but he definitely likes to buy physical media. He likes to go to theaters. So I asked him, like, as somebody who still does that, like, how do you feel about how media has changed in the 21st century? So he says, indeed, quote. This is him saying, talking about it. And these are his words. Indeed, movies, novels, music, games, and art are no longer considered special in the way they once were. Even without personal interest or active effort, people can passively enjoy these forms of media as they stream endlessly from the internet. AI's future involvement will likely accelerate this trend. It's true that there are concerns about a future where these once special experiences of the 20th century are merely consumed. However, in that same century, many people could not access these by their own will and were closed off. Now those individuals have more opportunities to engage with them. People can now explore previously forbidden, unknown worlds, ones restricted by country, society, religion, culture, or norms. And this is where I paraphrase: the democratizing of art has empowered the individual, but also burdens the audiences with greater responsibility to become wiser and smarter. And so that's why Kojima continues. In this convenient everyday life, we must learn new ways of feeling and perceiving. We need to educate ourselves on how to live as a new kind of human in this era of information overload. That will be the challenge. AI may not only provide the information, but also play a role in the education. Only those who can correctly process the information and make use of these experiences will truly thrive in the 21st century. What do you think, Brad? That's a lot of words.
Yeah, that's a lot, but Kojima has a very interesting perspective.
Yeah.
I like hearing him talk because he is from a different generation from me. To me, it's fascinating to hear different generations talk about the same topics because everything evolves over time. Like how media is consumed from like when he was a teenager to where we are. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
he's a fascinating human to listen to. I need to read your whole review or interview. I haven't had a chance yet.
For sure. Yeah. So the interview also talks a lot about like breaking down like how it was like writing Death Stranding too. So like I was really interested in like who writes what and what he meant by the focus tests. Like what the fuck Woodkid was talking about.
Woodboy quote, yes.
Yeah, the Woodkid quote. He clarifies that like he did not go into the focus test and be like, oh, I need to make it weirder. He actually made it easier to understand and he made it more popular, basically. He tried to he wanted to make it more popular. So Woodkid was completely misinterpreted, or whatever he was trying to say just came off wrong or whatever. But I like what Roku says right here, going back to his question about Japanese greats of the 90s not having a video game background but yet being hired,
That was like a Nintendo thing, I felt like, too.
Definitely, because like Nintendo, like Koji Kondo wasn't like a video, like he wasn't a composer. He was just like an audio engineer, right? But he just had eclectic taste in music. Miyamoto wanted to make toys, that's why Miyamoto went to engineering school to engineer toys, and that brings up such a great point. Like when you play video games of today, a lot of them feel like, and this is not like a bad thing, but a lot of them feel like they're inspired by other video games.
Yeah.
A lot of them are inspired by Resident Evil 4, basically. A hell of a lot of them. And then you get, but every once in a while, like the reason why The Last of Us is great is because it's obviously inspired by Resident Evil 4, but it's also inspired by so many other media as well. So many different movies and comics. Neil Druckmann is a comic book writer. He can write comics. So he has that kind of grasp of storytelling across media that he's able to kind of translate into games. Even something like Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is so unique and interesting because it's inspired by Starship Troopers. So it's trying to recreate that experience as opposed to like, oh, let me just recreate Halo again. And that's why it's just kind of more fun. That's why Halo has to get on its coattails, because Halo was inspired by Alien and it was brilliant. And then now most Halo games are just inspired by other Halo games, and that's kind of like an issue. It just kind of becomes circular or whatever. So it's like, I don't think you're off base at all, Roku. I think you're onto something. I think a great video game should be a balance of so many different inspirations, and they should be inspired by other video games. Of course, that's one of the best things about it. Astrobot is so good. Silksong is so good because it's inspired by other video games. But it's nice to have that outside perspective, and that's what Kojima brings as well too. That's why like in his, this is we're filming this one day after the 10th anniversary Death Stranding or Kojima production stream. That's why he had all movie directors like on stage. He didn't have any game developers on there. It was George Miller, Guillermo del Toro, and Mamoru Oshii, the director of Ghost in the Shell, all talking about digital entertainment. It's a fascinating discussion that we might talk about later in this episode.
Yeah, he is interesting because it's clear movies are like what inspire him in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Of course, he loves video games, but you could tell like this guy is a movie fan. It feels like first and foremost out of everything. So it's cool, man. I really do like that. Like having movie people on stage, it's cool. There's no one like Kojima right now in the industry.
No.
So we need more people like that. I love that kind of shit. So it's good to see him succeed because he is a legend. But yeah, I do kind of. It is weird because the AAA space. It seems like you need the degree, you need this so and so. But at the indie space, anyone can just start making their own game if they're passionate.
Yeah.
They'll fucking use Unity or Unreal Engine. We see this kind of creativity happen a lot, which is really cool. So there's like me kind of like lamenting the fact that the AAA space seems so like set in its ways in some degree, but we also got that awesome indie scene, man, where a lot of the creative stuff happens. Just think of like newer examples like Peak and stuff like that, Lethal Company. Why can't I think of the card game that was big like a year or two ago? Why can't I think of what it was called? No, but that's a good one as well.
That's another one too.
I don't know. I forgot what it's called. People are yelling at me. I can already feel it, but
I don't know what you're talking about.
It got nominated for like a year or two ago.
The one where you're going up like was the one Colin liked? Oh, where you're battling people with your card deck type thing. Like you're going up. It's a
weird fucking game. Like you start in a room and there's a guy just sitting in the corner you play cards against. I don't know. You do a bunch of weird shit in the room. Sorry. I'll think of it in like 10 minutes and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was it. But for now.
Yeah, that's what happened to me with Avalon Code on that episode 2 weeks ago. And I was like, it's on the tip of my tongue and I could see the cover, but I'm like, I can't fucking think of it. I got nothing.
Yeah. Fuck. Why can't I think of it? It's pissing me off. Whatever. I'll think of it later when someone else is talking.
Oh, I'm thinking of Slay the Spire, I think.
No, that's a very cool game though as well. That's a cool game.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Brad. Wow.
I'm going to say it and you're going to be like, oh yeah, as soon as I figure it out. Yeah. Micah, what do you think about all this though? Do you think the game industry is suffering from a lack of creativity from different outputs, not just game development backgrounds?
Yeah. No, I mean, there's so many fantastic points just in that one quote that you read, Gene. What stands out to me is about consumption, feeling like all of this is strictly to be consumed and not so much appreciated. To make a very weird parallel, Colin and I just finished season 3 of The Gilded Age, which we loved and highly recommend. We were so hooked, we stayed up accidentally until 5 a.m. watching it because we were like, one more episode, we couldn't stop. In that era, to hear music, you had to hear it live and you had to be rich or you had to be like, on the street corner within earshot of the opera house and you could hear it, right? Like, and in these days, you can simply consume music. You can just put it on in the background, barely even paying attention to it. It's on Spotify, billions and billions of fucking songs to choose from, and you're just consuming it. You're not necessarily appreciating it. Does that factor into the, like, on the corporate side of things? And it's like, yeah, where's the creativity when we're just churning things out, it seems? Where's the creativity when it feels like companies are just pumping out new games for you to buy and just, oh, here comes all the skins and all the microtransactions. And when it comes to like AI, for example, putting aside the entire argument about how you feel about AI, it's strictly going to make games be produced faster. And it's just going to make the timeline shorter and shorter for you to say, well, if I want to play all of these, I got to rush. And you're not taking your time to appreciate each game. You're not taking your time to spend, the extra hours with it, or maybe do a new game plus run that you might have done before. You want to get to the next game because they're coming out even faster now that AI assist is making the devs' jobs easier, right? Mm-hmm. So I definitely feel like creativity will continue to suffer so long as like consumption is king in the game industry and everyone's trying to compete for your attention, and then they're making your attention, spread even thinner and thinner because these timelines are definitely, they're just going to get pushed up more and more when you have AI doing the games for you.
Yeah, well said.
But yeah, because it's like I really do try to slow down and smell the roses with some of these games. I'll have a feeling like, man, I gotta play Borderlands 4 and Final Fantasy Tactics is coming out, and it's like, and you know what? I've gotta sit and play Borderlands 4 and enjoy it and really sit with it and try to not feel like I'm rushing. Try to get through things in a timely manner so I can continue to have something to talk about each week on the show, but not just consume content, like really trying to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that's super important. Like, we all are guilty of that. I mean, we do it for our job, but like, even when I wasn't doing it for my job, it's like, oh, gotta be ready for the next thing. Gotta keep up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, man.
Also, to your point, I was going to call you Brian. What the fuck?
That's his name now.
Brian, I'm tired already.
Yeah.
So Brian, so actually, I'll talk about baby steps and what we're playing later. But I actually have
play baby steps. Cool.
Yeah. So I actually have an interview with Ben and Fadi in today's Washington Post out today. You can check out my Twitter on it. But he actually touches on the creativity of the indie space, where he says, well, here's the quote. Players have gotten more savvy to the appeal of playing games that are made by small teams, not constrained by a big budget or having to support a number of employees. We've seen this regular drumbeat of this becoming the center of the cultural mainstream in games. And he references Minecraft, which is basically literally the best-selling game of all time, right? And that was kind of like the start of where we're going right now. And he says, indie games have gone through a version of what AAA went through in the aughts. Budgets and ambitions got bigger. There'll be a series of crashes, and we go through these cycles of big and small scope. So, he believes that AAA will recover and become more creative.
I think so.
We're just at a time right now
in a phase,
where everyone just has bad ideas.
Yeah, we're not all bad ideas. Yeah,
I didn't know that Mystic Ryan has it wasn't Mystic Ryan, but Mystic Ryan just put out a video that highlighted a podcast that did interviews about Concord. They talked to 11 Concord devs. They didn't reveal too much, but mostly they said like they really thought that they had something going on there.
Damn,
which is crazy.
That's unfortunate.
They're like we they're like, oh, players just don't like our game and they just don't get it, or we thought we were too big to fail, and if it failed, then maybe Sony would just put us on other jobs or whatever like that. But it's like, nope, it's not what happened.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. People who are out of touch making big money decisions a lot.
That's the issue.
Dude, yeah.
I mean, Concord is the number one example of what I just that's like, obviously it's good to be inspired by other games. Concord is the worst case scenario in terms of you're only inspired by other games. Like, what the fuck is this shit? It's Overwatch but uglier. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Seriously. And like something else too, like thematically, I know a lot of people are feeling fatigued with the samurai era games. I fucking love samurai, all right? So I ain't gonna get sick of it. However, so much of it feels like, is it because the boss at the top said, this is what's hot right now, make a samurai game? Versus this didn't necessarily need to be a samurai game. Not Ghost of Yotei, obviously, that's different. That's the whole point of the game. But it's like, does every Souls-like need to be a samurai, or could that have been something else? And is it because, and of course, you don't necessarily know what everyone else is working on while you're on your project that took 4 years. And then here it comes, and all these games are coming out at once. It's the classic, what is it? It's Overwatch. And what was the game that came out right alongside it that failed? That was like similar.
Oh, Battleborn?
Yeah. And it was like, dude, those two people, I don't think knew that they were working on essentially the same game concurrently. And one of them took off and one of them fucking flopped. And it feels like, though, with these decisions at the top being like, this is what we want right now because it's hot. And it's like, all right, but then way too much of that same, kind of style comes out and people are sick of it. And maybe we should have let the team do something else, make something else, like something different.
Totally. Oh, the game I was thinking of that I couldn't remember, Inscription. That's what it was.
I do not know that.
I couldn't even tell you. So yeah.
Oh man, you've never played Inscription, Gene? Interesting.
Nope.
Wow.
I'm not into card games. Not into card games. I would not have played Midnight Suns. I wouldn't play Gwent. Not a card game guy. So
yeah, but yeah, there's some like good creativity from AAA space. Like I think of I guess Double Fine's technically AAA. Well, I don't know if they are. Are they AA? I guess they'd be AA more. But like Psychonauts 2 came out years ago. That game fucking rules, by the way.
Yeah,
that was an awesome game. So, but yeah, things change in the industry. There's ebbs and flows. So hopefully we'll get away from the Concords, and we'll see what happens to fair games, I guess.
Oh my god, dude! I always forget that game exists.
The rumors are swirling. All right, I just saw a rumor this morning that the studio's closing.
Really?
Yeah. Who fucking knows if that's real? But I saw it. Saw the tweet.
We might know tomorrow, since tomorrow from recording is the state of play. So might see it there, or it might be dead. I don't know. I don't know if they'll announce it being canceled there, but I don't think they'd do that. But we'll see. All right. This is from Darth Gator. Hello, Biscuit Boy and Honey Buns. Wow, who's Biscuit Boy? I guess Micah is.
I feel like Gene and I are the Honey Buns. I feel.
Okay. As a black person, I gotta ask the important question: which Nintendo characters would be cooler if they were black? All of them? My fellow black sister Micah would know, but I encourage Brad and G to give an honest opinions as well. Thanks for reading, and power to the people.
I feel like I don't want to answer this question.
We don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Yeah. I don't want to fetish. I don't want to be like the guy in Get Out and be like, oh, I would have voted for Obama a third time.
Because he's black. Yeah, something like that to try to seem cool. Yeah.
I also don't want to like surgically lobotomize a Nintendo character and then put him into a black body.
Well, I will.
Micah,
you can fucking go for it, Micah.
My answer, I'm putting a link for you guys in the Discord chat. My answer is Olimar from Pikmin, because
that'd be great.
If you guys have seen this image before, and you can Google, our listeners, Google black astronaut with dog. There's a picture of this wonderful astronaut, Leland Melvin, with his two dogs. And I'm just like, bro, that's fantastic. And
the coolest looking man ever, honestly, right?
Right, and I'm like,
astronaut and the dogs love him. It's great.
So put Captain Olimar, make him black, and all the little Pikmin friends that he's got. I just think he's got that energy of this lovely guy with his dogs. That's going to be my answer. I feel like Bowser might be black already. I feel, that might be already in my head.
What do you think about Wario being black?
I think Wario's too much of a Sopranos thing going on. Like, truly, he's Italian? Just perfect. He's just perfect as, like, the tracksuit Italian guy, is he not? Like,
it's like I like all of them the way they are already.
Well, right, and that's why it's like Kirby with, like, a big gold chain, maybe. That could be fun. Like a Flava Flav clock. That'd be cool. I could go for that.
Yeah.
But
yeah. It's like, what does that entail, like, making them black? Are they going to, like black culture, or are they just black? Like, I don't understand.
Well, right. That's why it's like my very first thought is Olimar, because I love that photo of the astronaut with his two dogs.
Let's go with Olimar. That's a cool, and I do like that photo as well. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. All right, guys. Xbox, I want to talk about this on the show because this, maybe Nintendo will follow suit. Who knows? But Xbox is getting another price hike. Whoops, that's the wrong tab. Sorry, Dustin. Another price hike I think there was one 5 months ago for the Xbox branding. Now we're getting another one starting next month. I believe October 3rd, I believe, is when the things go up. But Microsoft posted this online, and I'm going to read what they wrote on their website. Beginning on October 3rd, we will update the recommended retailer pricing for Series S and Series X consoles in the United States due to the changes in the micro or macroeconomic environment. We understand these changes are challenging, and they were made with careful consideration. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and providing value for Xbox players. Let's go over the price before we get into all that. Xbox Series X, 2 terabyte, get ready for this. $799, up from $729. So that's a $70 price increase. Previously $599. Wow, earlier this year. That's crazy. Xbox Series X is now $649, up from $599, so $50 more. Xbox Series X Digital is now $599, up from $549. Xbox Series S 1 terabyte is $449, up from $429. Xbox Series S 512 gigabyte is $399, up from $379. Now, I thought this was funny and interesting. Mike Ybarra tweeted this out. So Mike Ybarra, I believe, worked at Microsoft back in the day, and he was a co-president, then single president of Blizzard Entertainment for a while, but he's no longer there. But he tweeted this out and said, console price increases are not tariff issues. They are profit issues. And the reason why profits are not where they should be is a far, far deeper issue versus the tariff excuse. Now, Nintendo did some price raising recently for like older hardware, like the Switch and Switch Lite, all that kind of stuff, which we were bummed out about, of course. But, Micah, what do you think? Do you think this is solely because of tariff kind of stuff like that? Or do you think Xbox is being like, yo, we have a profit issue going on here, so we're going to jack up the prices to try to get whoever would be interested to spend more?
So the confusion for me surrounding just these decisions is, like you said, the first price hike this year was in May. All right. It feels so fucking strange that they didn't either wait for the tariff situation to be fully realized and like solidified somewhat to say like we're going to raise the prices once. To raise the prices twice in a year is just such a bad look. Can you imagine being the guy who had to be like, we're gonna have to raise the prices again? And like I have a knot in my stomach just thinking about being the guy that had to make that final like confirmation and decision and like the meetings for this, right? This looks terrible. So I'm just wondering, like, what the hell's going on that you didn't either just wait a couple months and do one price hike? Why are we raising the prices again a few months later? It is so strange. I truly, though, I can't speak to the tariffs and all that shit. I truly do not know their costs to manufacture these boxes.
Right, yeah.
But I just am floored by the optics of this. Nintendo for the Switch 2 got ahead of the tariffs in the sense they're like, we're going to delay the pre-sale until we know how much this thing's going to cost to make. And then they made us wait to pre-order ours until they had a set price for it. And then they were like, and the old hardware is going up too. This just feels so stupid to have two price hikes in a year versus waiting, watching, evaluating, and then pulling the trigger on it. I mean, the boxes are already in the stores, so many of them anyways. It's like, what was, you couldn't have waited to do this final price hike? I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think, Gene?
Gosh. I mean, I was just thinking about this on the way.
So
I'm
I was
sorry.
going to say, we're not economists or anything like that. We're not experts in this field.
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking,
manage my own money well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was listening to Summon Sign on the way back from work, and you guys were talking about this too, and it's like it's still unbelievable that that this old tech is just more expensive now.
Yeah.
But I do want to talk about Mike Ibarra's tweet about him saying that console prices increases are not tariff issues; they are profit issues. I won't mention names. These are all off the record conversations, but I have spoken to video game executives who are, frustrated that the discourse around the price increases are blaming the tariffs. They also don't think that it's just a tariff issue, that they believe that it is a profit issue, that companies are simply just not making enough money. And it's gotten to a point where they need to just jack this up and even risk maybe even losing customers, but they need to make a profit off of these machines, and it's just not happening. That's what I'm getting, and they're frustrated with all the analysts. That I won't name names, but they do name names.
Right. Yeah.
And you'll probably know who they are. But anyone who's just always blaming the tariffs, like they're kind of pushing back against that narrative. So that's what I've heard.
Okay.
So Mike Ibarra publicly saying that, and Mike Ibarra is the kind of guy who doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. He's not doing that here, so he's just kind of like airing that out publicly, and it's interesting that's out in the atmosphere now.
Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah. Because PlayStation raised their prices here pretty recently as well. Stuff went up. This makes me wonder, like, are we going to get more like price hikes from Nintendo, perhaps, or something like that? Or are they set in their ways? Like you're saying, Micah, they made us wait for the pre-order and all that kind of stuff till they knew. But maybe they know they can get more money out of people, or they need to get more money out of people. I'm not really exactly sure, but it is concerning. You hate to see it. First of all, price increase for consoles. That's like something we never had to deal with. Really, it always went down.
Absolutely. Like getting my Game Boy Advance SP as a kid, I picked it up on sale at Toys R Us. I was late to the party, but it finally went on sale and my mom was able to get me one. If it had gone up in price, I never would have owned one at all.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's a very strange time.
We
won't. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I just found Mike Ibarra's tweet, and so I'm a community notes contributor on Twitter.
Really? That's funny. I didn't know that.
So I can actually see when people are arguing within the community notes, like other community notes contributors. So there is a proposed community notes under Ibarra's tweet. I can see these like Matrix, like I'm Neo in the Matrix. I can see people arguing under a tweet invisibly,
Whoa.
But they counter Mike's tweet with the exact analysts that people are pushing back against, saying no, it's part because of the tariffs. So that's what it is. It's like these executives don't think the analysts are getting it right. But people believe the analysts, and they'll correct you to say, well, this person said it's actually because of the tariffs, because of this,
Yeah. People are more willing probably to believe like the third party over the actual corporation themselves, I suppose.
Basically, which, I don't blame them,
Right, sure.
But, but also, again, these are people that are not in the companies anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right? Like Mike doesn't work there, but so that's why he can speak a little more freely. And that's why like my sources also don't really work in these companies anymore. But from their understanding, this would not happen just because of tariffs.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Very interesting. But yeah, speaking of Xbox also, I guess they're not carrying them at Costco's now. So whole mess going on there with them. I don't know about that, but
I mean, who would buy an Xbox now, man? Jesus Christ, dude.
Unless you're like super into Game Pass, it's kind of hard to recommend it, I suppose.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Dude, yeah. So I was talking to Maddie. Well, we were just talking in the Discord recently because I was having some major issues. I couldn't get Xbox Remote Play to work at all. I did get it fixed. But he was saying, yeah, I've been having issues with it too. And I've just been using my Steam Deck a lot more when I want to play handheld instead of the Logitech G Cloud. But they messed up the Remote Play so badly when they moved it to like the web browser instead of the app. And so like it's like strike one for me against them. And the service, like the quality has just gone down, period. It is not as reliable as it was before. It doesn't look as good as it did before. It's still playable and I'm going to play it. But it was just like in the moments when I couldn't get it working, I was like, I'm about to buy another PlayStation and a PlayStation Portal for myself and another copy of Borderlands 4 and just say fuck it and throw this thing in the trash. Well, I would trade into the GameStop, but
get
same difference.
Micah. We've been telling you.
No, it's too heavy. It weighs over a pound. All right. But I would have gone, I seriously was about to be like, I'm going to buy myself a PS5 Pro. I'm going to get another Portal. I'm going to set it up upstairs. I'm just going to fucking ride with it.
Do your
but
thing,
I got it working. The problem was, for anyone else who's having remote play issues, potentially, my Xbox was vacillating between Wi-Fi and the wired connection like every 15 seconds. And when you would do the network test, it would be like you're online. But then when you actually just sat and watched it, you would see it switching back and forth, but it was slow. So if you didn't sit there long enough, you might not have seen it. I had to completely disable the Wi-Fi, so it would just use the wired connection only. Now it works, but Xbox was misbehaving. So if anyone else is having issues with like remote play not working, maybe check that out and see. But yeah, they were making me so upset. I was about to be like, I'm going to join PlayStation. I don't even like this fucking thing, but I just want to play Borderlands 4 in a reliable way.
Yeah, I get it, dude. It's only so much you're willing to put up with.
It's very little that I'm willing to put up with, truthfully, because I left my job in tech support for a reason. I fucking hated doing it. Nothing makes me angrier than having to troubleshoot items in my own home. Like,
yeah, I get it.
God, it drives me fucking bananas. It's not a nightmare. Like, as soon as something's not working, I'm just like, God damn it, why? I have the skills, but I do not want to use them. So, yeah. Xbox, that was strike one. Maybe 3 more displeases and I'm out.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's move on to the next story, which is more Lego rumors, of course. We talked about this a couple weeks ago or so. Pokemon sets coming. Apparently a lot of Pokemon sets, but we got a leak, I suppose, of what the $650 version will be, which will be, it's said to be a buildable Kanto starter. So Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. And there are rumored to be 20 sets for Pokemon. They're going to print fucking money with this shit. Holy man. If this $650 set is just of the 3 starters, which is cool, they must be big sets, I imagine, like that. I would love to see them. That's like, must be nice territory for me money-wise, but that's pretty cool. But also, we also got one more rumor for Legos, which was also a new Zelda set. Now, Zelda set, of course, we got the Deku Tree back there, by the way. They got a new Zelda set coming, which is rumored to be Ocarina of Time themed with Ganondorf coming next year also. My idea, I guess, would be, Michael, you played recently, so you know, and Gene, of course, you know, is the scene at the top of Ganon's castle or tower with him playing the organ, where you fight him in that little pillar room. That's what I think they would do with Ganon.
Oh, man,
maybe Temple of Time or something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
That'd be amazing. God.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If you get the organ as a Lego set, that might be hard to resist for me. You know, I never thought about that, but that's such an iconic scene. You know.
Yeah, said to be a diorama featuring Ganondorf. So maybe that Temple of Time, something like that. I don't know. Of course, I want the King of Red Lions, the Lego set. That would be incredible. I think that'd be a really good Lego set.
That would make the most sense. Because like even when I think about the organ scene, I'd rather just get like a statue of that, just like a regular statue as opposed to a Lego scene, right? But Red Lions though. That's a Lego character. On the boat. Yeah, that's a Lego character. You want to build that boat.
Yeah, you want to build that boat. Well, you might want to do more to that boat if you're Micah.
Micah, yeah. Definitely wants to ride that boat.
Yeah.
Dude, the number of people who tweeted and or DM'd me about the lady who made like the boat in real life.
Yeah.
Like the number of messages, and I appreciate all of them because it's like, oh, you thought of me. That's very nice. But the number of people who reached out was startling.
Yeah.
Good look at that wingman. Man. Good wingman for you.
Yeah, wingman. Make that dream happen for Micah.
Yeah.
Gene, I guess Pokemon sets. So we have like the expensive one, which is the 3 Kanto starters. Pokemon set. What do you think? What would you like to see? Or I guess what would be interested for you to maybe even buy one?
No, I wouldn't buy one. Again, I'm not a Lego person, so. But yeah, I mean, Kanto. I don't know the first town. What was it called?
Is it Pallet Town or is that later? I can never.
I think it is Pallet Town. Yeah, I mean, it's just 4 houses.
That's a town there. Yeah,
it's just 4 houses. You know, that'd be cool to have just like the 4 houses that you start off with. There.
Yeah, that would be cool actually.
You
know, Pallet Town. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this before though, Gene. We're like, yeah, give us Nurse Joy, Officer Jenny.
Pokemon Center. A Pokemon Center would be pretty sick though too, for sure.
Or a gym would be cool.
Oh man!
But if they're making 20 sets, man, I'm sure we're gonna get something like that.
Yeah,
I imagine we'll get like a lot of it are just the Pokemon themselves. I imagine we'll get that. I'm sure there'll be a Pikachu.
Dude, imagine if they made 8 gyms and you can just buy it like.
Wow, that'd be crazy. You like put them together or some shit.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty nuts.
Yeah. Oh, do we have the White House using the Pokemon music for their ice?
Oh, for ice. Yeah. Gotta catch them all. They're doing videos of that.
Do we have that in the...
No, I don't actually have that. Well, we can talk about it though. They did.
Well, I mean, there's not much to talk about, but
it's just the White House, that's what it is.
White House is promoting its ice detaining operations with the Pokemon theme song and clips of the fucking cartoon.
I had not seen that.
Yeah,
it's
real.
It's directly from the White House Twitter account. I have emailed Nintendo asking for comment. We'll see if they comment back.
Yeah. But
we'll see. I have not gotten comment back, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's on the internet. So if you're curious, you want to see that, there you go. Micah, I know you're not like the hugest Pokemon fan either. I mean, none of us really are. But would there be any sets that would maybe interest you?
I would potentially buy some minifig packs, like because sometimes Lego does just like the very small sets, and like the focus is more so that like there's 5 minifigs in here, and then it's like a little mini fucking set, like I just said. So I would maybe buy something like that, just to have the little dudes over here. I definitely am not trying to build a big Charmander or anything like that. I don't love it that much. But I would be down to buy some minifigs should they become available, and like little tiny sets, the little scene sets that they sometimes have. It's like they're standing in front of a thing. I don't know enough about Pokemon to say what they could be doing. Maybe they're getting an ice cream cone.
Yeah, getting an ice cream. I want one of the Snorlax blocking the path from like you getting through it, all that stuff. That'd be sick.
I thought of you because this is not funny. However, it's the comments about it. Okay, during like a high school football game, one very large player belly flopped onto somebody and they broke his back in 2 places. That is not funny. But the comments kept saying, bro, they hit him with a Snorlax attack. And it's like, and they kept saying like, they were like, bro, Snorlaxed him. And I was just like, don't laugh. Don't laugh. A child got their back broken in 2 places, but all I could think of was Brad and his Snorlax obsession.
Yeah, that is a Snorlax move for sure. Body slam, dude. Damn. But yeah, those are all coming out 2026, so not too much longer. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out. Fucking Legos, man, always doing cool shit. Sons of bitches. Mike, I heard a rumor that they're doing a Minas Tirith set for Legos, and I was like, holy fuck, that's gonna be $1,000.
Man. Oh, dude, I can't even imagine. I mean, like the Rivendell set was gorgeous.
Yeah,
but
that was a nice set. Did you ever see Barad-dûr, the tower with Sauron's eye on it?
Yes.
It was massive.
Yeah.
I saw it in person at Lego store. It's fucking crazy.
No, those are incredible sets. I saw too, somebody on Reddit posted because they like made their own Christmas tree topper that was Sauron's eye. And I was like, bro, I want that for my tree so bad. But they had to reprinted it and shit. And I was like, and they're not selling them. And I was like, I don't have the gumption nor the smarts to make this, nor the 3D printer. So that's out. But I love the idea.
If you guys can print Sauron eye Christmas tree tops for us that we can have light up somehow, let us know. I will put that on my tree. Absolutely.
Oh, dude, 100%. It was so cool because usually we put a G.I. Joe and or a Star Wars guy at the top of the tree. I just pick a random one each year. So like I think last year was R2-D2. The year before that might have been Darth Vader. Like I just grab a random Star Wars ornament from the bin and that's the star of the tree. Yeah.
Okay. Give us that Eye of Sauron. All right. Next thing we got here is kind of about Dragon Quest VII Remake, or a Reimagined that we're getting now, but it's mostly about like, why are we getting this now when we're getting 1 and 2 coming at the end of October. We had 3 earlier last year or the year before. I can't remember. Yeah, it was last year. But now we're going straight to 7. No 4, 5, 6 yet. But I'm going to read this from RPG's site. So they have some information on that. The recent reveal of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined at the September 2025 Nintendo Direct may have raised questions about the 7th entry would see the remake treatment before Dragon Quest 4, 5, and 6. As it turns out, such a question did end up reaching series creator Yuji Horii in the Japanese live stream that he co-hosted. This exchange appeared in a recent live stream on the Yubu, and I don't know how these are Japanese names. Sorry, Masahiro no Coco. I'm not even going to try to read that. Dude.
That last one's really crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'll just skip over that. Channel went live at September 15th. The channel also is where Yuji Horii and Kazuhiko Masahiro Toshima co-host monthly streams that began in early 2025. Shortly after the 44.45 mark in the stream, Masahiro questions Yuji Horii about how it's not 4, 5, and 6, but 7, which also implies that he's wondering why Dragon Quest VII Reimagined came before the potential remakes of 4, 5, and 6. Horror responds to this with which our translation is as follows. Quote, a lot of things are moving around, but it was just done first by chance. And Mascherito tried to comprehend this remark. He repeated the sentence and added 7. He also said the same thing, done by the first chance. Let me read the rest of this. Anything else really saying that? He kind of asks the same question a couple times to clarify. So Yuji Horii says, quote, as I just said now, we want to make them playable on ongoing platforms. Then Chris, does that mean 7 is simply progressing smoothly? Yuji Horii said, well, yeah, there's also a period for its development, and we do have a lot of progress. Then Chris says, like an example, 4 had a lot of story chapters or chapter divisions. Maybe that's why it could be taking more time. And then Yuji Horii just said, well, and laughs. So it sounds like we are getting 4, 5, and 6, which is great. I'm very happy about that. Then hopefully we'll get 8 later on because that's not on modern platforms either. And 9, 10, I've given up on, sadly, but you never know. Gene, what do you think of this approach? Just putting it out first because it's done first. To me, I'm like, fine, that's cool.
Sure, why not? Shit. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah,
that's okay. You know. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a whole plan or anything like that. These are all fairly separate games. If you made it, that's fine. That's cool. Interesting, but yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Micah?
Oh yeah, I mean that quote is hilarious to read. Like, it was done first by chance. Like, oh yeah, we just happened to finish that one first. Because it's more so that the question would be, why were you working on 7 at all if you have 3 other ones in front of it?
Yeah,
but like, we're not going to get an answer.
Yeah, how many things do you have working on Dragon Quest? That's what
exactly,
I want to know.
because then you start to think, if you're working on how many games at once, wouldn't it be faster to work on like 2 games at a time instead of 4? But I don't run a Japanese game dev business.
We're not.
But it is hysterical to be like, oh, it was just done first by chance. Like, I don't think anything's up to chance here, but I don't understand why we're working on 7 at all if we haven't done 4, 5, and 6 yet. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna get it. But that quote is very funny.
Thrilled. Yeah. Yeah, just a very interesting thing. I love hearing the reason, the logic behind it. If what is being said is 100% truthful, who knows? You know, it could just be keeping secrets like game devs like to do. But hey, man, I'm just happy it sounds like they want to put all the Dragon Quests on modern platforms. So that's good news. Love to see that, because 4, 5, and 6 is very expensive on DS. 7 is very expensive on 3DS, and you can't buy it off the 3DS eShop anymore. 8 is expensive as well, so keep them coming, Square. Love to see that kind of shit. Good stuff. All right, next, let's see here. Nintendo of America is canceling or is outsourcing their customer support in the United States. I'm going to read this off my Nintendo news. Big news if you've ever been reliant on Nintendo customer support in the United States, as Nintendo of America has revealed it's outsourcing its customer support services. Support was previously handled by experienced contractors who had worked at the company for years and followed a, quote, a rigorous structure for training and maintaining customer support services. Around 200 workers are expected to lose their jobs, with some staying on temporarily to help train their replacements. The company is now outsourcing the work to workers in South America, primarily Brazil, but also other countries such as Argentina and Nicaragua, with IGN stating that there are concerns among current employees that customer support quality will suffer long-term. You can read the full in-depth article here. Yes, the support will suffer 100%. But Gene, what do you think about this? Bad move? Doesn't matter?
Look, this kind of falls into my rant the other week on Seven Sign about the stuff is important to report on, but like it's very, very like in the weeds. And I think it's God. It's tough to always hear like, oh my God, Nintendo's so evil. Look at all their jobs they're losing. Guys, these are contractor jobs. When you're a contractor, I feel like a lot of our listeners are probably contractors too. When you're a contractor, there's no guarantee of a job ever.
Right.
I'm technically a contractor of Colin. If Colin just tells me to fuck off, or Ben Smith was a contractor of Last Stand Media. He had no power, and we had to lose him. That's just they're contractor jobs in government. That's you understand when you do get the job that it's going to be temporary the whole time. The Washington Post has a lot of contractors too. We cycle them out in and out all day. Now it depends on how you work with those contractors. Will it suffer? I don't know. I'm not going to say that Brazilian customer supporters will be worse than Americans. Shout out to all my Brazilian fans out there. But I don't know. This is good to report on, but this is not an indication of whether Nintendo is some kind of moral good or not. And it's weird.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that is either. Mm-hmm. I just think it's I think the support will suffer to an extent.
Sure.
Support does suffer when this happens around the world.
Yeah, I mean it's a transition period. You're going to be getting a whole bunch of employees that don't we talk about contractors always working in Microsoft and the fact that they always cycle in and out and they don't have enough information. So it really depends on how you're doing this. So it does make me wonder why Nintendo is doing this now. I think it feeds back into the larger economic story of America of there are contractors losing jobs everywhere across all layers of the economy right now, and it feels like Nintendo is feeling that pressure right now.
Micah, do you got any thoughts on this?
I mean, strictly from the point of that support might suffer, yeah, that sucks. I recently had a very bad experience with Amazon support where, long story short, a gift receipt was not working. The item was damaged. I'm trying to use the gift receipt to do the return myself. The person in support was not understanding what a gift receipt was. And multiple people in support did not understand what a gift receipt was, that the return was supposed to go to me. They just kept saying, you're not the one who bought it. And it's like, it's the gift receipt. It has the QR code so that I can return it. It just wasn't working. They ended up refunding it to the person who sent me the gift instead. And I had to just, essentially have them reorder the item, which I wanted to avoid because it's supposed to be hassle-free for the person that sent it. And I'm supposed to be able to just get the replacement, right? And so it's just the fact that the language barrier was preventing them from understanding what my explanation of a gift receipt was, No, it's not great for Nintendo support to potentially have those issues, but
particularly for North America support.
Well, exactly. I don't think I've ever had to contact Nintendo support, ever. So it's not going to affect me, I don't think, but it's just unfortunate because it's the constant joke always that you call customer service and half of the problem is just overcoming a language barrier to get on the same footing of what I'm calling you for.
Yeah.
And then trying to fix it.
I've had to deal with that for sure. But we'll see how things change over time, but it is what it is. So sucks, I guess. But what are you going to do? I don't know. It is what it is.
That's the thing. Is anybody going to boycott Nintendo because they're no longer doing, in America support? No. I would highly doubt that anyone would leave the ecosystem over this.
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me, or I'm sure pretty much anyone, but it is just a slightly annoying thing if I have to go through that, because there is a chance it could be more hassle than it should be.
Yeah,
you already don't want to. Yeah, you already don't want to deal with that shit. But
no, by the time you call customer service, you're already annoyed, right? Because if you're someone who is somewhat tech savvy, you've already tried to fix it yourself. You've already gone on Google and tried to look. So then you call customer service and their first thing is switch it on and off. And if you're savvy, you already did that. I used to work tech support. A lot of people aren't savvy and did not do that. It would solve a lot of problems. But by the time you call tech support, you're already annoyed. And then if you do have to deal with, now there's a barrier to understanding each other, and now we have to just spend even more time on the phone when we didn't want to be on the phone in the first place, or in the chat, whatever. It's definitely not ideal from a level of quality, let's say. But I also cannot think of when I've ever needed to contact Nintendo for anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, why don't we talk about what we're playing? I guess we'll start with Gene this week. Gene, what have you been playing, man? Well, we know you've been playing Ghost, but you can't talk about that yet.
It's mostly been
Ghost mostly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
fair.
I did get a chance to play a little bit of Baby Steps, which I did talk about earlier in the podcast. I did do an interview with Mr. Bennett Foddy of Getting Over It with Mr. Bennett Foddy fame. Hold on, just work just messaged me. Okay, it's fine. So of QWOP and Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy fame, the Australian former NYU professor who partnered with another NYU student and another NYU professor to basically make his biggest game ever. Baby Steps. It's a game that you've seen in every state of play.
Yeah.
It just kept showing up, and it's cool. It's definitely worth the attention. It's a lot of fun. It's very funny. I don't know, like Brad, what are your questions about Baby Steps? Do you have any?
I don't know. It's weird because like I like games like I remember really like in Octodad. I like games where it's really hard to do very basic things like movement and all that kind of stuff. I guess is it just kind of fresh the amount of obstacles it throws in your way?
Yes.
Like here's another fucking thing of the same thing again, kind of thing.
No. So there are like stages. I think it's very strange. The game makes fun of AAA open world games all the time. There's a character that asks you if you need a mini map, and then like the mini map will just flash in the corner for like a split second and show you like where you need to go. But like it's way too fast that you just don't know where to go because the game doesn't tell you where to go at all.
Right.
You're just in this world and you have to wander around with your baby steps, and to control it. I don't know if you played the demo, but you're using the left and right triggers for your left and right feet.
Okay.
So you want to move your right foot forward, you press R, and your right foot will go forward, and then you use the analog stick to move the leg around to land where the foot is going to go. And then for your left foot, you do the same thing, but you're still using the right analog stick, and you're using the left analog stick to move forward or where you need to go. So you're trying to balance the left thumbstick, balancing his fat ass, walking around, and then you're using the right thumbstick to balance both legs and where they land as you're switching between the triggers and pulling them to walk basically forward.
Yeah.
It gets fun when there's like it becomes kind of a platformer where it's like, oh, here's like a bunch of logs that are vertically upright, and now you have to tippy-toe across each of them. So like the game gets easier once you actually slow things down, and you're like, okay, literal baby steps. What if I actually took my time and thought about every single step I make in this game? That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it's Bennett Foddy. He's a trickster. He's a prankster. So as I'm climbing this really, really narrow fucking staircase up a tower, suddenly banana peels start showing up.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh my God, a banana peel. I wonder what happens if I step on it. And sure enough, like, what do you expect? He's going to slip and fall, and I have to start the fuck all the way over again. What's funny is that the game will reward you with. There's a story in it. This is a first for a Bennett Foddy game. There's an actual narrative. When you fail at something, the game will actually reward you with a story, thing. So
cool.
When I was climbing up a hill and there's like a big like mudslide that I had to like navigate over, but like it's really hard to navigate over, and so I ended up slipping and I ended up falling all the way from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill. Like it was like a minute long that I was just like sliding, like his fat ass just greasy, just like sliding down the hill. And I landed in a fucking hole, and then I got a cutscene out of it and like a whole story interaction. It was interesting. Didn't really give me a motivation. It just but it was a nice little story, a nice little reward. There's a pile of rocks somewhere. I knocked that down, and someone's like, "Hey, why'd you knock down my pile of rocks?" That kind of stuff. So really, cool. Really cute, really, really fun. But I also, you really got to pay attention to what's going on. And kind of navigate your way around. The game actually does loop around. Like if you are stuck in an area, you kind of feel insane when you feel like you've been in the same place. It becomes kind of like Lost Woodsy, where you're just like, I just walked here, and he's like, yeah, because the game is actually like making you loop around, and you're not really noticing that it happens, which is an interesting little trick. Nate is a 35-year-old man who lives with his parents. He loves to smoke weed and play video games, and he is socially inept. Doesn't know how to talk to people, much like the kids growing up during COVID, and most people nowadays, honestly. And this game was made during COVID, and it was definitely inspired by Death Stranding. When he played Death Stranding, and he was like, "What if he made a game that's worse than this?" Basically. But you really focus on each step, right? But he said that Death Stranding was really inspirational because it was like Death Stranding is like an indie game, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's why he just made the indie game version of Death Stranding. But Nate is definitely a man-child, doesn't know how to take care of himself, but also has insecurity where a lot of people are offering for help. He doesn't wear shoes the whole game. And people are like, dude, here's a free pair of shoes. And he's too proud. He's like, no, I that's fine. I don't need help.
That part was so funny because like I watched Game Grumps play the demo. I watched it last night. The dialogue is hysterical. This like just to say real quick, this is not my type of game, but I can't wait for more people to play it so I can watch gameplay because the dialogue is amazing. The back and forths with this awkward dude. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't want him. Like, you sure? Like, it's so good.
It's very like New Zealand, Australian humor.
Flight of the Conchords shit.
Yeah, awkward, just kind of going back and forth, like, you know, kind of The Office, but like even weirder, you know. So there's no music really. It's just a quiet game where you're just kind of walking around, and yeah, there's different challenges. There's mud holes, there's stairs you need to climb, and you have to navigate his fucking feet around there. Logs to walk across, mountains to climb. I didn't get that far. I'll be streaming after we record, actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we'll see how much further I get. But I do want to start it over again because I have no idea where I'm going, honestly. So I need to figure that out.
Yeah. So you want to play more? That's good to hear.
I do want to play more. I didn't review the game because I didn't finish it. But I do want to play more of it. It is intriguing. It is a great satire of the open world genre. Again, making fun of you for needing a mini map, making fun of you for needing a motivation to go through open worlds, even having towers for you to climb, like a Ubisoft tower. It's really funny how it tries to deconstruct the open world genre, basically.
Yeah.
And it even uses he even said that the third person over the shoulder camera perspective is deliberate. They are deliberately making fun of games that always copy Resident Evil 4. But also, you know, I've made fun of that before too. I've complained about it, like, why does God of War need a third person over the shoulder camera perspective, or why does Final Fantasy 16 is for me the most egregious one. Like, I don't understand why the game needed one, right? But Baby Steps gave me a new appreciation for it. It reminded me that not only is it just for cinematic presentation, because it follows the rules of thirds of having the character just kind of off to the side, but it also helps you see what's in front of you, right?
Yeah.
And also, you know, Ghost of Tsushima and Ghost of Yotei, this is not a spoiler, and I don't think I'm breaking any review embargo. Ghost of Yotei is also over the shoulder, but you're going through a lot of indoor environments.
Right. We've seen that in trailers.
Yeah, we've seen that in trailers. It's Ghost of Tsushima too. We know that. It's fine.
It's third person, surprise.
It's a third person action game. Yeah. But like, when you go indoors, like, it's helpful to have that perspective to see what's in front of me when the camera gets tighter and everything like that, you know? Really helpful in Resident Evil 4, really helpful in Gears of War. I still don't think it needs it in every game. But in Baby Steps, like, you really need to see what's in front of your, like, you're literally putting one foot in front of the other. And it's helpful. The camera angle is helpful to help you do that. So shout out to Baby Steps for making me kind of appreciate the third person open world adventure, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, making fun of it.
It's like clicking. You're like, oh, now I understand. Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, I'm understanding why these other games make certain decisions about it, you know?
Yeah.
So it really is a really deep game in that regard. It's great. It's great. I highly recommend. I don't know how much it is, actually.
It's $20, but it's on sale on Steam and at least PSN right now. If you have Plus for 17, I think.
Oh, cool.
or 18.
Yeah.
So
Well,
$20 though, dude, all day.
yeah. If you're a fan of co-op and getting over Benefade, this is another banger. This is a no-brainer. Definitely go for it. If you haven't played those games, this is probably the most accessible one, because it's not as punishing. It's still, you can have fun and you can explore around and find different stuff. The game will have certain side quests, quote unquote side quests, where it's like, oh, find this card find this hat at a carnival, and you can unlock different cosmetics or whatever.
Yeah, cool, very awesome. Yeah, I want to play it sometime. Anything else?
Not on Nintendo. I wish I could talk about more Nintendo games, but I
don't know. We just talk about what's out. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
We'll have plenty of Nintendo stuff in the coming months, though.
Oh, we'll be playing a lot of Nintendo soon. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Raiders. It's going to be a lot of Nintendo stuff. So right now, September, not so much.
All right, Micah, what about you? What are you playing? Playing Borderlands?
Yeah, so I did finish Story of Seasons, Grand Bazaar. I mean, you never truly finish those games, but I got married and I did level up the Bazaar to the final rank. You can continue to level it up further, but it's basically like you're working towards like the topmost rank. And then there's like levels within that. I'm fucking done. All right. I got it to the top rank. I got the cutscenes at the end. I'm out of there. They gave me the credits. So that's done. Really fun. Definitely recommend it if you love those type of games. And yeah, I started playing Borderlands 4. I like it a lot. I'm a Borderlands fan anyways. But I'm someone who
thinks about it.
Yeah, I'm someone who agreed that 3 was pushing it. I did not like the villain at all. Like, complete lack of motivation. The real reason to kill the villain is because they were annoying, not because I thought they were actually like, oh my god, they're evil. Like, they were just annoying, and I wanted them to die for that purpose. I don't know. I do agree that the humor got dialed up to like 15, and what I'm liking so far with Borderlands 4 in that aspect is that it's still silly. It's still not very serious, but they've dialed back the toilet humor. Like an example of something being silly, you have this guy who's like this real big buff dude, and he's sending you on a task, and he's like, and when you get back, I'm gonna bake some cookies. This big buff guy's a baker. It's that type of silliness that we like love from Borderlands, if you do, but without it being so over the top. Another thing too, like the Borderlands games started to do that thing where everybody that was funny had a Southern accent, as if that added to humor. It.
Yeah.
And they were not good. They were not well done. And there was a side mission in Borderlands 3. I literally was like one interaction away from getting an achievement for it. And I was just like, I'm fucking out of here. I can't do this anymore. It's just two women arguing in a really bad Southern voices for minutes. And I was just like, I'm not clicking on that ever again to interact with you guys. And I just walked away from it. It was just that grating at a certain point. So as of now, there are fewer Southern accents popping up. They have a couple, but there's fewer. Not as much toilet humor. There still is a level of silliness, but it's more reined in. Like there's still some really weird side missions mixed in. Like there's one of them where there's a bomb that didn't explode, and it's like having like an existential crisis about it because you can hear it talk and nobody else can. And that's like very, very silly and weird, but in a good way, in a way I can appreciate.
Cool.
So the gameplay is excellent, as always, in Borderlands. That's the thing I never complain about. I always love the gameplay. I always love the variety of guns, the overwhelming amount of loot, and then you're just like, you get constantly swapping things in, and you might start to say like, oh, I really like that gun, but it quickly becomes underleveled. You swap for a new one. The constant like influx of new things is very fun and pleasing if you love, looter shooters. So I feel like they got all that stuff right. The villain is great so far. I feel motivated to help these people. I'm having a great time with Borderlands 4.
Cool, man. Like to hear that. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things, except performance has some problems, especially on PC. But good old Randy's doing his best out there for marketing. That's for sure.
Yeah, I missed all of that. I saw people were upset with him, but I completely missed why. And then reading through it, and it's just like, why are you doing this? Get out of here! Stop tweeting. Leave this to somebody else. What the hell are you doing right now?
Yeah, some people tweet too much. Just take a step back for a minute. Take a breath.
I also, though, I had a brain fart and I got him confused with Gabe Newell. And I was like, what did he do? Why is everybody mad at Gabe Newell? And then I was like, oh, that's not the same guy. But when I read Randy Pitchford, like people being upset with him on Twitter, I was like, oh, what did he do? And I'm picturing like Gabe Newell's like friendly face. I'm like, oh no, what happened?
No, Gabe hasn't done anything like that yet. Yeah, Gabe's the man. Okay, just for me quickly, I did finish Silksong. I got the true ending. The boss took me like 30 something hours, 34, I want to say. I think I was around 70 something % completion, it said. So I didn't find everything like that. I didn't look up. I tried to look up as little as possible throughout my time playing the game.
Yeah, your time was okay with missing stuff. I spent 34 hours to get 100%.
Yeah.
But when I beat the game, I was at 85%, like right where you're at. I was at 85%, and it was 30 hours. So
yeah,
I looked up. I used a guide to find everything else. So like,
I used a guide like
not claiming that I'm such a pro player or anything like that. But yeah.
Oh no, you were just probably zoned up because you just played through the first one too, man. You were dialed in, I'm sure.
I was. I was locked into the Hollow Knight gameplay style.
But yeah, I thought it was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed the game. It is definitely not a game for everybody. It's just, it is what it is. And the game is unapologetic about it, which I respect, for better or for worse. For like freaks like me and Gene, it's really good, really fun. If you're not really into Metroidvanias or this your first one, you might have a bad time. But I think what's so interesting about this game is, though, that it presents its world and its level design is so good. I think people might surprise themselves if they play the game and find themselves hooked into it in certain ways. I could see a lot of people liking the game when they didn't expect it. It is a very long game and a very demanding game if you want to see everything in it, but it is so good at what it does in so many ways. It's one of the best Metroidvanias I've played. I mean, I have a review coming out on it. I'm working on it right now. I'm editing it. So I'll do that. But yeah, I really enjoyed the game. I have problems with it, though. Most of it. I mean, me and Gene have talked about this. We kind of agree on a lot of it. Like the ads and some of the fights are just kind of boring. Some things I think that shouldn't be hidden so well are like some benches where I'm just like, man, why is this bench so hard to fucking find?
Yeah, that you're talking about the one in Biowater, which is crazy.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just like, come on, dude, come on, like, man, that's crazy.
This is a bench. It's like, we don't need to do this crazy for a bench. Like, I love secrets and stuff like that, but you don't need to do it for a bench.
You hit the check. Imagine if Mario decided to hide like the black flag that they have in the middle. It's like, goddamn, like it's crazy, Yeah,
I just don't like some things. I just don't understand why they did it.
Also, I realized I never deactivated the trick bench in Hunter's March either. The one that hurts you.
I think I remember doing that.
Yeah, I never deactivated it. I always thought that was just a joke bench that would just never work. And then I saw another streamer like find a button that's behind a wall. I'm just like, God damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was struggling through that area for no reason. Damn it.
Yeah. And just some of the stuff like the shards, I don't think are that interesting or work very well.
So the shards are used to are the currency that is used up to use the tools, basically, like the side weapons, the sub weapons that Hornet can get. I feel like you could just replenish those at the benches, which happens anyways. And it's like, I don't need it's basically the Bloodborne vial. And
I almost wrote that 100%. Like, I was like, it's almost like the Bloodborne vial, but I didn't. But that's exactly what I was thinking about.
That's me saying it right now, man. I was like, holy, because that's annoying. Like, I always went to the first part of Bloodborne, the first part of Yharnam, to just always go back and just farm a bunch of potions and everything like that, because goddamn, the last bosses of the DLC would just suck it up all my potions because I just kept sucking them down because it's a crazy last boss. I still think the last boss of the DLC is kind of the worst, actually.
Oh, Cause? Orphan of Cause?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's worse than the last boss of Shadow Door Tree.
Oh, really? Dude, I didn't have a problem with Cause that much. I know a lot of people did, but that's the fun thing about some games is like what people get stuck on. Others
yeah, I just didn't know how they moved. I was just like, what am I? I was like,
Dude,
what am I looking at? I don't even know how to read you.
Something about some enemies just throw people off in different ways. It's so weird.
Yeah. And Ishin in Sekiro was another one. Like I think Ishin is kind of harder for me because I was just like
it's like Ishin was pretty chill for me, but the Beast of Hatred took me.
The Beast of Hatred was crazy too. Yeah, like both of them.
But I know people are like just breeze through the Beast of Hatred. I was like, oh fuck, just the way it is. Sometimes you lock in on certain aspects. I don't know. Dude,
the Beast of Hatred was like from another different game altogether. I'm like, what? Yeah, again, I was like, what am I playing here? What the fuck is this?
It's a Bloodborne monster.
It's a Bloodborne monster.
But I guess just back to Silksong really quick is I do have problems. I think the game has problems, but I still think it's a fucking excellent video game and one of my favorites of the year. But
great last boss. I loved it.
Dude, such a good last boss. Really fun. That took me like over an hour for sure to beat.
That took me a while too. I was like, whoa.
That was a hard boss.
This is a real boss.
But it's like, it's the end of the fucking game. It's the long game. It should be a challenging boss. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that game is tough. And I can see a lot of people getting filtered and I totally understand it. But I do hope it captures some people's imaginations because it's a really impressive video game. Really impressive. Also, I've been playing Trails in the Sky first chapter a little bit, the remake that came out of Trails in the Sky, the PSP game, and I'm enjoying it so far. It is very slice of life, slow pace kind of right now. And this is what everyone's been telling me about the game is like, it just takes a while to get going, I guess, but I'm enjoying very much just hanging around this town, doing very simple quests, like no end of the world stakes, nothing like that in sight. Right now, just kind of helping people out, helping miners, helping people with their farm. Very jolly. The game looks nice, great soundtrack. It's very cool to see looking at the original on PSP and seeing where it's at now. It's like a night and day difference. It's really cool. There's a demo prologue for it that's very long. I guess it's like 10 hours. I still haven't even gone through the content that's in the demo. So if you're curious about it, you can check it out there. I am not seeing what's so great about it quite yet that people love about these games, but I'm still very early and I got a long ways to go. There's many games. Combat's cool though. It's like a mix of real time and turn-based. Basically, you can attack guys in real time on the field and stuff like that. But you can choose to go into turn-based at any time you want during combat, and you get a lot more options in combat to do that if you want. But like boss fights, it automatically puts you into turn-based and stuff like that. But solid turn-based. Turn battle system right now, but I am enjoying it. I will continue to play it. I do want to finish it, so I'll be playing more this week when I get time. And also, Gene, I saw your tweet about Baldur's Gate getting Steam Deck support or full like native Steam Deck build. I've been playing Baldur's Gate with Lockmort, Ben, and our friend Justin occasionally doing co-op with each other. 4-player co-op, which is cool. You can do that. Mm-hmm. I am playing as a warlock this time. Last time I played the game, I played as a ranger when I played solo, but it's been fun playing with your friends and 4 players and everyone can kind of go off and do their own thing. It's a very impressive feature, that co-op that they have in that game. It's super fun. Baldur's Gate, awesome game. Highly recommend it. Please check it out if you're interested. I don't know. This is the kind of game that broke through to a lot of people that probably wouldn't have been into games like this, like CRPGs. So if you haven't played, I'm sure you know Baldur's Gate. It won Game of the Year last year. It's very celebrated, but awesome game now. It's gotten tons of good updates over time too, so a must play in my opinion. Micah, I forgot, have you ever played Baldur's Gate?
I haven't. Lockmort keeps trying to get me to play it.
Okay.
It's one of those games that when I watch gameplay on YouTube, I am extremely torn on if I would think I would actually enjoy that or not. And I'm sure it's something I have to play and experience to decide, but when I watch it, I say, I don't know if this looks fun. And of course, it's not the same as playing, it's hard for me to get a read on it.
So I think you might like aspects of it, Micah, because it does remind me of like tactical RPGs. It's not grid based or anything like that, but movement and spacing, all that kind of stuff does matter in games like that, like positioning, getting high ground. You can get advantage on stuff like that. So it has a lot of like tactical RPG elements in it. So I think you might enjoy it if you give it a chance. But if you're just looking at it from the first time, I think it can seem like kind of overwhelming. But I think the game does a great job of introing you into all of its mechanics. So I don't know, Mike, if you ever pick it up on sale or something like that, you might enjoy it. Really cool game. Massive game too. All right. Anything else you guys are playing that you want to talk about, or should we just move on?
No, that's it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it for me. It's been all Yote. I've been marathoning Yote.
Yeah, been all Yote. Next week, we'll talk about that.
Can't wait to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a slow news week, because last week was kind of the big blowout. But we got one more story I want to bring up here. Yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Kojima Productions, like kind of event going on there. Gene, you watched this live, didn't you?
I did. I missed. I saw most of it. I missed some of the conversation at the end once they just started talking about art. So I do want to get back to that. I might even watch that on stream.
Sure.
And but yeah, I did watch a lot, surprising number of announcements, kind of some updates, and we'll go through that right now. But yeah,
I got a list of some of them that I thought were pretty interesting. Of course, we saw OD again. Been a while. They announced this game a while ago. I think like 2 years ago at the Xbox event. This is Kojima's next project. Looks like a hybrid between movie and game kind of thing like this. The trailer or the brief thing they showed was like a girl lighting candles, and there's some fucking huge monster scaring her behind there. So it's going to be like a horror kind of thing experience. So looks cool to me. This is an Xbox Studios published thing. I imagine this will be on most things. It'll probably get published. It'll be on PC at least and stuff like that. So I don't know about Switch, but I'm waiting to see what Kojima's first like Switch game will be now that Switch 2's out. If he'll put Death Stranding 1 on there or something like that. We also got some details on Physint, which is Kojima's next game, which is going to be like his... I don't know, would you say it's safe to say it's kind of like his like a Metal Gear successor or something like that, Gene?
Yeah, so that's what it's being sold at to us. It's like Herman Hulst was like, please just make a Metal Gear for us again. And
yeah.
He was like, sure. It was funny to see Herman Hulst just there.
Good old Herman.
Bro acting like Concord never happened. You know?
Yeah. But we got a like a poster of the game. The protagonist's face is, of course, obscured and stuff like that, and people are speculating who it could be. People are saying Robert Pattinson, other people like that, Eddie Redmayne, all this kind of stuff. But they revealed a couple of the actors that were in there or that are going to be in the game, so that's cool. Just not the main character yet. No gameplay or anything like that, but just like a visual poster, so we have somewhat of an idea what it'll look like. Gene, what did you think of the poster that they showed off?
Yeah, it looks like Robert Pattinson, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The face shape. That would be such a dream come true to have.
That'd be sick, dude. Yeah, that would be really cool
to have Pattinson as a protagonist of a Hideo Kojima game. That'd be such a dream come true for him, and it would just be so awesome. I can't even. Yeah, and we saw the woman. So definitely, this game is again going to be hyper real with Scandin people.
That's his thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait to find out more.
It's gonna be a while.
He's gonna be 70 years old when we finish it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 55 when I'm playing Physint. That's gonna be.
Yeah, this is a PS6 game.
That's gonna be something else, man. I don't know.
This is a PS6 game, so it's gonna be a while.
I can't even imagine being a 50-year-old man playing video games, man.
It's gonna happen, dude. We're all gonna get there.
Oh, dude, yeah, 'cause we can't stop. Never stop playing. We're gonna be in the retirement home playing Wii bowling. All right.
And the thing is, everyone our age is going to be doing it too, because most people our age do it.
That's true. Anyway, that's true. So I mean, you know, you look at Rich Ledbetter at Digital Foundry. Like, he's old as hell, and he's playing the hell out of games. You know, it's awesome. I love him. He's so cool.
Yeah. Shout out, dude. So yeah, just some details on Physint. Death Stranding Mosquito, which is the working title for an animated project based off Death Stranding. It looks pretty sick. It looked like Sam fist fighting this guy out in the wilderness. I assume that was Sam, but it looked really cool, really anime style. So if you're into Death Stranding, you may enjoy that. Also, Kojima's doing an AR project with the Pokemon Go creator Niantic. I think is that how you say it? Niantic. I think that's how you say that company's name.
I think it's Niantic. Yeah.
But they have a new project coming out there. Nothing announced for Nintendo like that, but we know Kojima likes to kind of experiment. He is not owned by anyone. I mean, Sony is publishing Fizzant, so that'll be PlayStation exclusive for at least a year or so. But yeah, I do wonder if we'll get Death Stranding 1 or something like that on Switch 2, because I mean, he put it on fucking iPhone, for God's sake, so who the hell knows? But Micah, I know you're not, I don't know, have you even played a Kojima game? I'm not sure.
No.
You haven't played any of his games? Okay. Based off,
I'm just
I guess,
not into the stealth, you know?
Oh, that's okay.
Like,
yeah, I get it.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. But you've watched Colin play a lot of his games and stuff like that over the years, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I just
Stranding.
watched him play the new Delta, remaster. And obviously I watched him play Death Stranding 1 and 2 back to back. I watched him play those. So I can appreciate the stories he tells, but his gameplay has not interested me so far. It's just
that's fair.
How I'll say it.
I guess basically, Micah, anything they showed there, did any of it interest you? Like OD, or I guess the idea?
Yeah. Though that does
OD?
interest me. Yeah, I did not watch the full trailer because 3 minutes feels like they're showing a lot, and I'm like, that's too much. Don't show me all that. That is something though that's been on my mind since the first announcement of it. So that I'm interested in. Might be again something I'm a backseat gamer for. But I still I appreciate being the backseat gamer for the Kojima games. Colin and I, because he'll be playing, Metal Gear, and I'm making fun of the old man sniper, and we're having a ball. So like we can appreciate those games together. But God, I hate stealth so much. It was just not for me.
Okay, fair. Gene, what did you think of the OD stuff that they showed off?
Yeah, looks like PT, right?
Yes.
So I'm excited. It's a Hunter Schafer game. Can't wait to see her in a Hideo Kojima video game. That's crazy. Never really watched any of her stuff. Didn't watch Euphoria. Haven't watched Hunger Games. So this will be my first real exposure to her talents. But yeah, the acting. It was funny because like OD was debuted with just a bunch of people screaming into a camera. So it's clearly they were just showing us like the like how they were filmed. So you see Sophia Lillis's scream in the OD announcement of just like her in the motion capture thing, and now you actually see the result of it, of her screaming in that trailer, and it's terrifying. It looks scary. Can't wait to see Kojima just branch out. This is not what Michael has pointed out, like a stealth game. Which he's very good at. Action adventure. But PT changed the industry, right? And it was only a 30-40 minute teaser, but it just literally opened doors for so many different ideas in the horror space. So it's nice to see Kojima kind of reclaim that. Like even Resident Evil was inspired by it too. Yeah. So it's nice to see Kojima kind of reclaim his spot as accidentally one of the most influential survival horror creators of all time, and he's never even really made a full game, about it. But it's also cool because Jordan Peele famously was not a horror creator, but if you watch Key and Peele, like the old skit about Lawrence Fishburne as a baby, like what if you babysat Lawrence Fishburne and he's like, my baby needs his milk, come here, like that shit is terrifying, honestly.
It's so unsettling.
It's so unsettling. So it's like you can see like hints of him being like a masterful horror storyteller, and turns out he was. So it feels like Kojima is also that. Like you can see parts of horror in Metal Gear Phantom Pain, most keenly, but even MGS, going back to MGS1, or even fucking Snatcher was terrifying. It had like torn apart robot ladies and everything, and it was gory and scary. You would see like murder victims and everything like that. So it's just nice to see Kojima finally be able to explore that space, and can't wait to see OD Knock. That's what it's called. So I guess Jordan Peele will have his own version of OD, which might be a film or a short film. Who knows? Kojima's talked a lot about like being in between the space of video games and music and fashion and film, in the quote unquote phase 3 of Kojima Productions. and it doesn't really sound like he really knows what he's talking about, because it's very vague,
Yeah.
And I think maybe he has some idea formed in his head, but it's just kind of hard to see right now. But for right now, the crystallization of that seems to be a lot of multimedia projects, which is including a cool looking anime, and the animation style is really cool, and I like that. He was like, well, Death Stranding is hyper real, so why don't we make this anime kind of resemble that a little bit, But honestly, kind of look at the Animatrix, that great Matrix anthology of anime that they did back then. That was also very beautifully animated too. So it was nice to see. But that's kind of where Kojima Productions is at right now. I think Fizzent is probably going to be the apex of that vision. You know, so we'll see.
Yeah, I am really just curious to see what kind of like experience, I guess, OD ends up being. Like how much of it is actually a game, how much of it is like more movie or something like that. That's what I'm really curious about.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, PT, incredible experience. So whatever his next take on horror, I guess, will be very exciting. Did they say a year or a date for it? I don't recall.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
But like to your point about like whether it's going to be a movie or a game, like that's the interesting question to ask about Kojima, because every time he's made a game, they've always been really, really video games. He's never actually made a movie type game. Like that, no matter how many times people like to like meme him or make fun of that.
Yeah, he's not making Telltale games and shit like that.
Yeah, he doesn't make Telltale games. He doesn't make David Cage games. He doesn't even make The Last of Us games. His games are so much more mechanically rich and complex compared to even The Last of Us. The Last of Us 2 is a much newer game than Phantom Pain, but Phantom Pain is still a much more complicated stealth game than The Last of Us 2 was. And The Last of Us 2 was very complicated too. So, like, I don't even know what it means when Kojima is going to make, like, a movie-type game, actually. So I'm wondering what that means and whether, like how mechanically rich OD would be. PT is our closest allegory. A game with no button,
Yeah.
PT had no button. You only had to click in the R3 stick to zoom in, and that was your only method of interacting. You could not run, you could not walk, you couldn't do anything. You could just walk around and look at stuff. And sure, OD won't be that, but I'm interested to see what that would look like for sure.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see whatever platforms it ends up on, stuff like that. Maybe it'll be on Switch. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an Unreal Engine game, so it could be,
Yeah, very interesting. Did they say what engine Fizzent's going to use? I wonder if it'll be Decima again.
I don't think so, yeah. I imagine it'll probably be Decima since it's PlayStation, so.
Yeah.
And Herman Hulse is like, please
use Decima.
Please use Decima. the Guerrilla guys, they're working on stuff too, so.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Let's end the show with some write-ins from the audience. If you want to write into this show, I post a thread every Sunday, usually in the afternoon Pacific time, calling for your submissions, so keep an eye out there. I usually leave those threads up for about 24 hours also, so you got some time to write in if you're curious. This is from the Dave Meister. Hey, Nintendo dorks. If you weren't in the games media, be honest right now. Would you have purchased Switch 2? The lackluster launch lineup and repeat of upscaled re-releases from previous gen, much like Wii U to Switch, has actually made me skip this entirely for now, when I'm usually always a day one console guy. I'd like to hear your thoughts from a consumer perspective. Thanks for all you do, and don't act like you don't think Mario gets head from Yoshi. Womp. What the fuck?
Oh.
Come on,
man. Goodness.
Holy shit.
He had me in most of the letter.
Yeah. He lost me right at the end, bro.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm so glad someone's writing about this. And I was like no, fuck off.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so I will say this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Even not in the industry, I would have bought a Switch 2 because it got Zelda remasters. So I would absolutely, of course, fucking buy that shit because Zelda's like my favorite franchise, if not one of mine.
You mean Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, better versions of those games? Yeah. Like, if I wasn't doing this for the job, I would have replayed both of those already on Switch 2. It's just
God, I still haven't replayed those. I want to. There's still no time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've only done Tears of the Kingdom once, so I looking forward to going through it again.
Me too. I would love to.
Only once.
Only
oh my
once,
god!
dude.
I've only played the 100-hour game one time.
Only one time, yeah.
Hey,
I would love to play it again.
I don't hit it and quit it after one go, Mike. All right, like you, okay?
Whoa! Goodness gracious!
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's calling you a slut, Micah.
Yeah.
I'm a slut for new games, absolutely.
That's true.
All right,
That's
I'm trying to get through all of them.
Ride that boat.
They're running a train on that Switch cartridge or slot right now.
Oh, jeez.
Slipping it right into that slot.
Oh, jeez Louise. Good Lord.
Why am I coughing? Oh my god.
Dude, she just took it to a whole new level.
I know, Jesus.
Had a visceral reaction from it.
I know.
What if could you mod the Switch 2 to make like a little moaning sound when you pop a cartridge into it?
Oh yeah,
That'd be
absolutely
funny.
you could.
Let's get somebody on that. Let's get the scientists on
Steam
that.
Deck probably for sure.
Steam Deck 100%. You can get
1000%,
anything you want on that, dude. Micah, would you have bought a Switch 2, do you think?
I would have, because my Switch 1 was famously dying.
True.
My Switch 1 still works, but it was getting really, really hot to the touch while playing it. The screen was fucked up. We knew that. So I would have wanted that new Switch experience. I agree that even I was kind of like, I wish there were a couple more new games out at the same time, but I would have still got one. I wouldn't have scrambled for one. I think we've mentioned previously, like, I probably would have given up. Well, actually, I had a pretty easy time getting the Switch 2. I mean, like, I stayed up. I was able to get one in like 15 minutes.
I'm seeing.
I wouldn't have given it much more time than that if I didn't like work here, because I could have been like, yeah, I can wait a little bit, but I would have wanted the replacement because my original Switch was dying. And as much as I do love the Switch Lite, bigger screen is better. So I would have got one. Yeah,
I was thinking about it too, Mike. I was like, well, I bought the Wii U pretty close after launch. So if I bought the Wii U, yeah, I would have bought the Switch 2 without a doubt.
Yeah, this has much more promise, even because I 100% agree with the write-in that, yeah, there's not a lot out in the immediacy of the release window, but there's certainly promise of many games to come.
I mean,
I figure you might as well buy it.
Yeah.
It's not going to get cheaper.
Yeah. That's what happens when you buy into a new console generation. It's like, sometimes it's slow for a little bit at the start. I don't know. And Nintendo doesn't have like crazy third-party support like PlayStation does from everything right now.
And with the backwards compatibility, of course, too, I'm just playing Switch 1 games on it and having a blast anyways. So it's like you don't even necessarily need to have like fresh releases. There are still Switch 1 games I didn't get to yet. Well, now I get to play them on the bigger screen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether they have like distinct performance enhancements or not doesn't really matter to me. I'm just thrilled that it's not overheating and the fan was like really loud, you know. That's worth it to me to just play these, even the older games, just with a better experience.
Yeah. Gene, what about you, man? I know you famously waited to buy several consoles.
Yes. Unlike DevMeister or the degenerate the Degen Meister.
Yes. You know, that might be more
I'm not a day one console guy. I don't. Again, the only consoles I ever bought day one is the Wii and the PlayStation 1. They're literally it. Those are literally the only consoles I ever bought day one. Would I have bought Switch 2 on day one? No, actually. Brad does make me think I might have wanted those remasters, right? Mm-hmm. And that would probably bring me in, but I would rather wait for a new game to actually sell me on a thing. And I would have been
Donkey Kong would have been it.
It would have been Donkey Kong. It would have been Donkey Kong. As soon as I would see like the IGN 10s and everything like that, and I'm like, I've been waiting for a 3D Donkey Kong or just a good platformer for a while, I would have been like, oh, well, I gotta play this Donkey Kong, you know. Yeah. And I'm so glad for it. I still love the game.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I've stopped declaring games of the year now. I don't know what the game of the year is. Honestly,
I don't either, dude.
I honestly don't know. Year. Yeah, maybe it could be Expedition 33. Honestly, I don't know. Right? Like, but I love Donkey Kong. I fucking love Silk Song. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to call Silk Song my game of the year yet. You know, it's a crazy. I honestly don't know what my game of the year is now at this point.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
But Donkey Kong would be one of them, and I would have bought it for that. But that being said, though, as I talked about earlier, I'm not playing a lot of Nintendo games all the time. It's not Switch 2. It is crazy that this is like a new console, and I'm still mostly ignoring it until Donkey Kong came out. I played like 100 hours of Donkey Kong, completed it completely, and I put the Switch 2 back in this dock, and I just haven't really touched it again since. That's going to change in a couple months, obviously. So I do understand people's I don't know, anxiety or whatever, but like, oh my god, there's nothing to play on the Switch 2, and it's like there's plenty of to play on the Switch 2. That said, there, if you're someone like us, there's just so much to play elsewhere too. Ghost of Yotei is about to come out. A lot of people are going to be focusing on
Silent
that.
Hill just came out.
Silent Hill looks fucking great, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it later today.
Yeah, I want to. I now that I'm done with Yotei, spoiler alert, I finished Yotei last night. But now that I'm done with Yotei, I'm like, oh fuck, I can finally play Chronos or Hell Is Us. But it's like, fuck, Silent Hill F came out. The reviews are great for that. Actually, the reviews are kind of like mid, but like what they say sound good to me, right?
Yeah.
It looks cool. I want to play it right away. So I'm probably gonna after baby steps, I have to write my fucking Yotei review. Once I'm done with that, then I'll cozy up at midnight and turn on Silent Hill F and be grossed out. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, and I appreciate you said that, Gene, that the reviews look mid, but I like what they're saying, because that's when it comes down to it's important to not just see the score only and actually see what they knocked about it. Because, like, famously, I will always say, I lost complete faith in IGN reviews when they gave Zoo Tycoon a bad review saying it had too many menus. And it's a fucking tycoon game. Menus is the game. Placing items is the game. And I was just like, all right, so the number has to be qualified by the text. I can't just trust the numbers anymore ever again, because I'm like, you're out. And so it's important to actually at least read the cliff notes, at least read the bullet points at the end of reviews, because it's like sometimes you might say, well, they knocked it for that, but I like that. They knocked it for this, but I'm into that. So I appreciate you said that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned IGN. I'm sorry.
No, that's all. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned IGN, because IGN Silent Hill review one not only had a pretty significant gameplay spoiler in it, where they just tell you straight up something that happens in the game, and just
IGN's always bad about that.
Oh, what was it? What I'm not I don't know what it is. I'm saying, were they saying it as a way of like a trigger warning or some shit?
No, not even.
Because I've seen people saying stuff like that, like, oh, you should be aware of this. It's like, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, I might appreciate a trigger warning. That's fine, but this didn't have anything to do with it at all. You didn't need to mention this at all. You could have actually written around it. You don't have to just look at the screen and then tell me what's going on the screen, which is basically what they did. But beyond that, though, my deeper issue with the review, actually, that's a pretty deep issue, like spoiling something that I didn't want to know. Yes. That sucks. It is. So, I tweeted about that too, but I feel like people would have seen that by now. But the other issue with the review is exactly what Micah pointed out, where it's like complaining about Zoo Tycoon have too many menus. This review complained about having not enough resources and having to run away from enemies. And it's like,
the game, bro.
You're playing a horror game. It's like, oh my god, I have to run away from every combat encounter. It's like, that's what survival horror is.
The tension. That's the tension, the resource management, not just freaking out and panicking and spraying at enemies. Like, that's the game.
What are you saying? They're like, oh, it's an all risk, no reward system. It is like, yes, in a survival horror game, the reward is survival.
Being alive, yeah.
Congratulations, you didn't die. Keep playing the game. That's the horror game.
Dude, that's because it's like, it's not Borderlands. They're not going to drop a whole bunch of cool shit when they die. Like, oh, colorful stuff.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you're doing this for. Oh, that's fucking crazy. Because I was surprised to see the score, but I didn't want to read much into it because I knew I wasn't going to play it, and I'm going to watch Colin play. So I was like, well, I want to go in as uninformed as possible.
Good.
So I was like, if I'm not going to play it, then I'm staying away.
Yeah, the VGC review also kind of spoiled that gameplay thing too. I'm just like, oh my god, dude! Like, can you?
I usually don't read reviews for reasons like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'll check them if I'm on the fence. Like my whole thing is I want to make sure a game isn't broken and that a game isn't like a complete waste of money. Like I'm usually looking at reviews to make sure it's not broken because I want to form my own opinion anyways. If they give the game a 7, I might have said, well, to me that was an 8, you know?
Yeah.
And that's fine. But there's definitely reasons like Borderlands, I didn't need to check a review. I knew I was going to buy 100%.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
there was no chance. But Silent Hill, I was like somewhat on the fence.
Me too.
I don't play a lot of horror games. I talked myself out of it because I realized I never finish these games. I truly don't. I always get too scared and I don't finish them.
Well, Colin's going to play it. So
money.
At least watch him.
Exactly. I can backseat game with him. You know, he's playing Chronos and like he's playing it completely calm, and I'm like, you know, I'm the one who's like freaking out in the background while he's just sitting there playing it. And every time somebody like pops out, I'm like, oh, so that's enough. That's enough excitement for me.
Oh, wow, that's funny. All right, let's see here. This is from Silk Dong. Wow.
That took a second for me to realize. So I was like, oh, the game.
Why is that so funny?
I don't know.
You need to tweet that, actually.
Yeah. Hey, Ball Punchers.
Right
Silk Dong, yeah. I've put together a list of game genres, and I'd love to hear your thoughts for each genre. Tell the audience, what do you think is the best game in that genre, objectively, if you can? What is your personal favorite? Huh? Oh, you can't? Is that what you're saying?
I can't be objective about this.
Okay, well, we'll do our best.
Favorites.
Is there any overlap? Can you separate your personal bias from what you'd call the best? Example, my favorite Souls-like is Lies of P, but I think Sekiro is the best. My favorite Metroidvania is Arkham Asylum, but I'd give the crown to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. All right. 3D platformer. This is a tough one. I mean, this is going to be tough. Tough as shit. Best 3D platformer. I don't know, Gene. What do you think about maybe Mario Galaxy?
I would say Mario Galaxy, and it's also my favorite. So there you go.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
Mike, I won't even bother asking you.
I wrote down Crash Bandicoot.
Okay,
hey.
Dude, people love Crash Bandicoot.
Hey, that's not a bad one. That's
a good one.
That's not a bad one.
I'm a big fan of his work. I'm terrible at it, but I love Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot is fucking hard. Don't feel bad about that. It's a hard game. It'll filter people.
Yeah. 2D platformer.
God, my brain goes to Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island, huh? Yeah, this is tough.
That's a tough one. There's so many.
Because I'm thinking about like Celeste is really good. Super Mario World is really fucking good. Yoshi's Island is fun. It's just like, I don't know, man. Best 2D platformer? Strictly platformer. I don't know. It's hard because I think like Mario World is my favorite, but I'm trying to think like, is this technically the best one? Like Mario 3 could be up there as well. I don't know.
Mario World is up there too. I think it's for me. It's a toss up between Mario World or Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
Same with Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, let's just go with Mario World then, since we both have it.
Mario World, yeah. Dude, no arguments here. Mario World is peak. So
okay. Japanese role playing game. All right.
This is a crazy
one. This is a crazy one.
Now we're getting crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting crazy.
Well, I think the best one or the favorite one. My favorite one is obviously Xenoblade Chronicles. Definitely. Is it the best one? That's tough to say, right?
Yeah, Japanese role-playing game.
Yeah, because Persona 5 is fucking fantastic, right?
Yeah, it is.
Very
good. Chrono Trigger is fantastic.
You know, like there's a lot of things that I can say is probably Persona 5 is... Oh, Chrono Trigger, of course. Right? Yeah, Chrono Trigger. Well, fuck it. Chrono Trigger is the best one. There you go. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of faults with Chrono Trigger, and it's like maybe the side quests don't really happen until the end, I guess. Like, is that the main mark against it? I kind of love that all the side quests are at the end. It like doesn't matter to me really, but I'm just trying to I'm really thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Is the story not impactful enough or something? I don't know.
Yeah, the emotional beats aren't as like high as like a Persona or even like a Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm comfortable putting it as the best.
Totally, yeah.
What do you think, Micah?
People always say Chrono Trigger is just the best RPG ever made, and like
Sure.
I feel like there's a reason why people say that. I'm sorry, Micah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Micah.
Oh no, it's Seventh Dragon 3. We all know that.
Okay,
that's it.
Seventh
That's
Dragon V.
It's my favorite and it's the best.
Yeah.
Okay. VFD.
VFD. That's it. All right. Let's move on to Western RPG. I am not as familiar with a lot of Western RPGs. I have a lot of holes in this genre, so I'm not sure. I know people have said things like Morrowind, Baldur's Gate 2, people have brought up and stuff like that, Neverwinter Nights. I really liked Baldur's Gate 3. I thought that was fucking great. I know you could probably put Skyrim up there as well.
I'm sure reinstalling Baldur's Gate 3 right now so I can finish it.
Game. So, yeah. Awesome game. The Witcher 3 could be up there.
No, The Witcher 3.
That's my answer.
You want Witcher 3, Micah?
There you go.
Yeah.
It is arguably also the best one too.
Yeah, it's arguable. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think that's totally appropriate.
I think for me, I would say Skyrim is my favorite one because I really love Bethesda games.
Yeah.
So Skyrim would be my favorite one, and I think Baldur's Gate 3 would be the objective best.
I would put Baldur's Gate 3 as well, but
yeah, and it's just not a game that I love that much. But yeah, I'm
fine with Witcher though as well.
Witcher also, that's fine too.
Yeah, we'll just do Witcher because all three of us think it slaps. Survival horror. Gene, I'm gonna pitch Resident Evil 1 remake.
Yeah, as the best one.
Yeah. Okay.
Totally.
I was thinking that or RE2 original.
RE2 remake, original, or RE1 remake are the top three that I would say are the best, and also my favorites. So
RE1 remake's my favorite too.
Yeah, it's going to be Resident Evil. I'm sorry, Silent Hill, but your games aren't that good. Let's be real.
Mike, I know you don't play a lot of survival horror, so I don't think you.
Not really.
Okay.
No.
I'll just ask you when I know you've played these because I know you don't care about some of these genres.
Yeah, I did.
I got one for that.
Oh, what do you got?
One. It's Guacamelee. That's the best one.
For Metroidvania?
That's the best one.
That's a great Metroidvania.
It's really fantastic.
Good. Yeah, Metroidvania.
I backseat game the whole way through it. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I did not enjoy the map at all, but I enjoyed being along for the ride with my friend as he played it.
All right. Gene, what do you think? Metroidvania? I'm just going to put Symphony of the Night.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one because I might say that Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the best one, like objectively. But Super Metroid just has a really
soft spot.
Yeah, soft spot for me. It was a real special game.
It's hard because it feels like Super Metroid is of course there's Metroids before that, but it felt like Super Metroid was this huge leap, I guess, where it kind of really felt like that's what a Metroidvania would end up becoming, I guess.
Yeah, to me, it felt like the first real 16-bit game. Honestly, I was like, oh, look, when you're like, oh, this is when you play Uncharted 4 and you're like, holy shit, this is a PS4 game, right?
Yeah, and
it still looks amazing today. Or when you see Death Stranding, you're like, yo, this is a PS4 game. That's how I felt with Super Metroid back in the day when I played Super Nintendo, and I was like, yo, now I'm playing with superpower. For real,
I'm playing with power. I guess the only thing for me, Gene, is if it was do you want to play Super Metroid or Symphony of the Night? I'd be like, Symphony of the Night, I guess.
Kind of both, though. I don't know.
I mean, they both slap. They're both tens to me, I guess.
Yeah. But Symphony of the Night has so much going on, though, for it.
I guess so, and I like the aesthetic more and the vibe more.
Yeah, it is better levels overall. I think the castle is just classic.
Just a lot more, I guess, variety, build variety and stuff like that, and the forms,
the RPG elements. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the little stands that you can get. All the different weapons.
The inverted castle part, I guess, it's really big too. I don't know. I'm fine with you though. I guess we can just do Super Metroid since it's the OG.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Souls-like. I'm just gonna say Elden Ring, Gene, for a Souls-like.
As the best one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I feel like that Elden Ring is the zenith of
the culmination of everything.
Yeah. There's literally you literally can't get any bigger than Elden Ring. I don't even want Elden Ring 2. For real.
Yeah.
Don't make that. That's scary.
Get it. We're going to get it. That game did way too well.
What's crazy is that I've been wanting to just play Elden Ring again, honestly.
Dude, I don't blame you, man.
It's kind of annoying that all these other games came out, and as I did, I still haven't like done like a lot of runs of Elden Ring of like other builds. You know, like you can feasibly play Elden Ring forever, honestly. You know, but Dark Souls is my favorite one. So
yeah. All right, character
and
action.
I like that it's smaller than Elden Ring. That's
yeah. I get it, dude. I understand. I understand the appeal of all of them. They're all different enough.
They're all great. They're all fantastic. Yeah. But yeah, Dark Souls 1 and then Elden Ring is the best.
What do you think about character action?
Ooh. I think DMC 5 is the zenith, the best.
And
it's
like, do you think 5's better than 3?
That's tough.
Because I don't know.
That's tough.
I think 5's more interesting mechanically.
Yeah, but 3 has a better story, better worlds.
Yeah.
You know, kind of offers more characters to play, especially the special edition. You know. Yeah, maybe 3 is the best one. I don't know. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about 5 is that the level design sucks. You know?
It does. It does.
You're just literally walking down a straight line through like someone's colon and playing the best combat ever. But but the story is like okay, like the story is great actually, but like it's not as cool as DMC 3. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe my favorite is both DMC 3 and
5.
The best too. But yeah, but it's like it's really between 3 and 5.
So. Trying to think about like Bayonetta 2. I'm like, did I like Bayonetta 2 more? I don't think so.
I don't think
Bayonetta
so.
2 was awesome,
I feel like
yeah,
I love Bayonetta, but every Bayonetta has issues. So
yeah, I guess so. I guess you'd be right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just do DMC 3 then, I guess, for that.
Yeah, a lot of people will probably say God of War 2018, arguably.
Sure.
And you know what?
You can argue that. Ninja Gaidens, you can argue if you wanted to as well.
Yeah, and God of War 2018 slaps. Like no argument here. So yeah.
All right, first person shooter, Micah. You got a lot of experience here. Best FPS.
Borderlands.
Borderlands. Which Borderlands?
The first one.
Your Borderlands favorite one?
It's my favorite one. Yeah.
Do you think it's objectively the best one though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's my favorite. It simply must be the best.
I kind of want to play Borderlands 1 again too. It's
so
charming.
It's so good. Dude,
really is
I mean, like, oh man, getting to see TK and Dr. Zed again. Man, I want to go back. The music is so eerie.
I know. I'm looking at gameplay clips of Borderlands 4, like, and the memory leak, and I'm just saying I should just play 1 again. What the fuck? Why the fuck would I play 4? You know?
Oh, don't worry about it. You can't see it. You can't even see it. No, there's nothing wrong with Borderlands 4. It's great. You can't see nothing about it. It's great. Sometimes I just take my glasses off and it's fine, you know?
Yeah, the 4 has some cool looking levels, that's for damn sure. It definitely looks like the single player Destiny that I've always wanted. That's the issue with Borderlands 4, you know?
It's funny you say that because I liked Destiny 1. I loved it actually. But it's like, yeah, Borderlands, and you're hopping around and like the gravity, you're kind of floaty. I love that aspect of it, but I'm like, I wish I liked Halo. Because I fucking hate Halo, but it's like I love this and like hopping around and shotgunning people and shit. It's great. It's great.
FPS. It's like, what's the best FPS in my opinion?
Doom for me, I think.
Doom, which one?
Either the very first one or 2016.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I like Doom. I think Doom 2 is a better game than Doom 1.
Sure.
The originals, I guess. Yeah. But I don't know. But I'm thinking of like Counter-Strike up in here now. We're talking about
Half-Life 2
all the time, or Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2. Yeah.
Let's put Half-Life 2 up there. How do you feel about that?
Fuck it. Yeah. Half-Life 2. Dude, Half-Life 2 changed the game, man. For
it did.
Real,
and it's still really good.
Half-Life 1 did too. You know, there's still enemy AI that's worse than Half-Life 1, which is crazy to say, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Mind's eye. Hell, look at Borderlands 4. Like the AI doesn't look that good, honestly. You know.
Oh, dude, the animals are definitely broken. That's something I forgot to mention. The enemy, like the human enemies, are fine in terms of like aggression. The animals at times will just run in circles, like 6 feet away from you. They're just running in a circle, and you're just picking them off. It's not all of them. A lot of them do like run up and attack you, but it's weird that the animals seem to be somewhat broken. Like any of the creature enemies at times you'll see several of them just like not fully approaching you, and then they just kind of like start doing spins. It's like, all right, well, you pick them off anyways. Like the humans are okay, but there's something wrong with the creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned the enemy AI in Borderlands being dumb, because Gearbox and Randy Pitchford, as crazy as he is, he made one of my favorite first-person shooters, Brothers in Arms.
Yes.
One of my favorite World War II shooter. And that game had really good AI. You know, they were flanking you, they were taking cover, there was a lot of team mechanics. But then again, Bungie also made Halo, which also has an amazing Halo AI and is my favorite FPS, I'll say that much. Halo Combat Evolved. And then you go to Destiny, and it's like, it's not, none of the enemies are as cool as the elites from Halo,
Right.
So it's like, ugh.
It's true. All right, last one here. Third-person shooter.
Resident Evil 4, that's it.
Yeah. Kind of seems like it off the top of my head. I'm trying to
remake
think.
or the original, why not? But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's like you have Gears of War maybe up there. You have Vanquish.
Yeah, I'm going Spec Ops: The Line.
Spec Ops: The Line. Yeah, sure.
It's the best.
All right. We'll do Resident Evil 4 though. 2v1.
That was a fun
swap.
Yeah. They also said, that's all for now. I'm off to play Final Fantasy VII Remake for the 5th time. How does that make you feel, Micah?
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous of people who just get to play games over and over again.
I know, me too. I'm thinking about that.
But how? How can you play it that many times? Like 2, okay. 3, fine. 5? It's a long game. We're not talking.
Peak. That's why.
I've played The Last of Us at least 5 times over the years, but that's a very short game. You can get through The Last of Us in like less than 20 hours. Like The Last of Us 1 is very short. I can't fathom playing a game that long that many times over. It's fucking nuts.
Two words for you. Tifa Lockhart. Makes it real easy to replay that game over and over.
Just Google it. You can find way better things on Google than you can see on the PlayStation. They don't even show you the bazooms.
It's the realest it'll be, though. It's the closest we can get.
Oh, no way, man. Have you seen the tracer fucking porn people have been making for years? There's way better stuff for Tifa you could find online. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Well, it's close as I can get without feeling disgusted with myself. So
I'm not sure that's even true, Bradley. I'm not even sure that's true.
And the game just slaps, so it is what it is. All right, Bobby C wrote in and said, "Hey, Punching Crew, loved last week's episode, but felt the need to write in and explain that Pokemon ZA fiasco a bit more, so you can hopefully see where the outrage is coming from." So we talked about this with the DLC and us just not understanding why it was a big deal, kind of thing. The first ZA trailer showcases the Mega Evolution of the X and Y starters. Mega Evolutions are a huge selling point on the game and the real-time battle system. I mean, every Pokemon's a huge selling point of the games. Not to mention during the Direct, but in a press release after, those 3 Mega Evolutions are not obtainable through playing the game's story. They are tied to online seasonal ranked battle rewards. In typical Nintendo fashion, nothing else is explained. We don't know if you miss a season that you cannot obtain it ever again. We don't know if you'll have to buy additional season pass either. An online subscription is required as well, and that's got some people up in arms. I agree with you guys to expect DLC, but there's no deluxe edition that has them bundled, so optically it feels super greedy the way the 2 trailers were showcased. 5 Mega Evolutions were revealed, and all 5 are not obtainable through the base game. Sorry for the long write-in, but I hope this clarifies frustration a bit more. I'm a real fan, so I'm working a minimum wage at a ice cream parlor so I can find a way to make it happen kind of day. Another Randy Pitchford quote. Okay, so this whole thing about there being no season pass, so it feeling like greedy, it's like, bro, what do you think you're paying for in a season pass? You're still paying fucking money for the DLC. Maybe you'll save $5 on a lot, but you're still spending a lot of money. And a lot of these problems I'm seeing here, to me, it feels like this is what Pokemon Company's been doing for a while. So why are now people just getting upset about it? Like this whole thing about events and don't know if you can get Pokemon for a certain amount of time. Like they've done that in old games. So I'm not really sure about that. to me, this is like people getting excited about Assassin's Creed DLC in 2025. It's just like they've been doing this for like fucking 10 years, man. Like, I don't know where you guys were. But Gene, I don't know. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like, you want the mega evolutions in the base game. I get that. But
no, I understand that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I feel like that there would be some mega evolutions in the game already, and you're just getting addition. And it's like we don't know what this. We actually don't know what this additional content means, honestly. True. So you again, you are buying in for again. BioShock Infinite had a season pass at launch.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean BioShock Infinite is actually finite?
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, Starfield had, the super dank space edition where you got like the first expansion guaranteed, but that was a year away. So a lot of these you're buying into something where you don't even know what it is exactly.
Yeah.
And it's been around for a long time.
Yeah. And
I'm not a fan of it, but it is that's just how it is.
A lot of it is usually that they just didn't finish enough in time for the base game to get in. So it's like, okay, well, we have all this extra content that we know we worked on, and it will fit nicely into the game. So I guess we'll just sell it as extra content, and that happens all the time,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. We all knew Elden Ring was going to get DLC.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was $40.
Yeah,
it was worth more than $40.
Worth it for it,
honest,
yeah.
So,
yeah, it was. It's a fucking full price game, pretty much in there.
It was so massive. It was huge.
Yeah, it was huge.
I couldn't believe how long it was going on for.
Yeah, it was a massive game.
Yeah. Again, I want to play it again.
Yeah, I guess just with me, I'm like so jaded about DLC and like the practices with that. So I'm just like, this is just business as usual to me, kind of thing like that. It's not ideal, and I wish it wasn't like this, but that's just how it's been for a long time. But Micah, what do you think?
Oh, no, I appreciate them sharing their perspective as someone who's very invested in the Pokemon scene. Mm-hmm. But I'm with you guys that I just am not fazed really by companies saying, and it's in the DLC. It's like, all right, we've just been dealing with this for so long now. I mean, we're from too, like, if you remember when Ubisoft was doing online passes, if you bought a game used, you had to actually buy the online pass to play online on, Assassin's Creed and shit. 'Cause they were like, nope, you're not, we don't care that you got the used game for $10. You're going to pay $20 to play online. And it was like really fucking with people like me who had Gamefly and would rent games. And then it's like, you can't use the online features unless you get the online pass. So it does kind of suck. It sucks from the perspective of, people are going to say, oh, well, if you have this DLC planned and everything, why not just include it? But it's just not how it works. It just isn't, And it's been like this for so long. I just have to point out that back home, there's a local DJ named Bobby C. So I'm delighted by this writing, just because it reminded me of something from my childhood. He's just like a legend back home. This dude, he's the guy you hire for your wedding, your sweet 16, whatever. Oh, yeah. So shout out to the real Bobby C.
Shout out real
back
Bobby
home
C.
in Western Mass.
Bobby. Also, I don't want to make you feel like I'm like dogpiling on you or anything. But just with Pokemon,
we're just jaded.
Yeah, I mean, like,
brings a good perspective, but it doesn't matter to us. So
it's just like when Pokemon games, I usually expect 2 or 3 versions of every game. So I think it's a deal if like there's only one fucking Pokemon game you have to buy for like that thing. Because I'm used to two. They used to do 3 versions, man, of shit. It's like Christ. So, but I don't know.
Dude, I mean, like, I hemmed and hawed so long about which version of Fire Emblem Fates to buy that it took me like 10 fucking years to buy one. All right. I was just deliberating for so long. Do not do this to me. Don't give me 2 versions of a game. I don't like it. I don't want to make these decisions. And it took me years to be like, all right, I'll get this one. I'll finally pull the trigger on one of these. Because I just kept going back and forth. I'm like, I don't know which one I want to play. I don't know which story I'll like better. And I finally just was like, you just got fucking buy one.
Yeah.
I don't like any of this.
The trigger.
If I'm being honest, I just don't like really how the Pokemon games operate in the first place because it makes me feel such FOMO.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? This one's the blue one and that one's the red one. I want them all. It's in the name of it.
What do you mean there's a yellow one now? What's happening?
I want to catch them all.
Yeah. All right. This is from an unfortunate name. This is from Queef Sniffer. God damn. Hey, Goombas. After the most recent Nintendo Direct, many people seem to think Metroid Prime 4 looked bad, which I disagree with personally. However, they do seem to be fairly quiet about it. With the recent rumors that the game has cost upwards of $100 million to develop, my theory is that Nintendo, I almost wrote Ninja Theory, Nintendo knows that everyone who wants to play it already knows about it, and they'll buy it anyways. So if they can get away with a lack of marketing to save money, why not? Do you think I'm totally off base here? Well, the game's not coming out until December, and I don't think the marketing would ramp up until at least November for that game. I don't know how much marketing it needs, honestly. I mean, I hope it does really well, but I feel like the marketing's been pretty normal for now. Now that we just got the release date, I guess. Micah, what do you think about the marketing? You think they're not showing this game enough?
No, I mean, if anything, they started so early that it's like, I'm fucking sick of hearing about it. All right, like release the damn game because I don't want to hear about it anymore. So, if it's not coming out till December, I wouldn't expect a really big push, like you said, until November-ish. But they have been talking about this game for so long. Everyone who's plugged into Nintendo knows about it. And I don't know, is this a game for the casual audience in the first place? Like,
no, it's not. But I wish it was. I wish more casuals enjoyed
so that's
it.
It's like I feel like you'd be hard pressed to find someone who's big into Nintendo that didn't know about it. Not necessarily that they're going to buy it, but that didn't know about it. If you've watched any of the directs, you know it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, you need to advertise to try to get new people in, no matter what.
Absolutely.
But
I don't find it concerning.
I don't think the marketing's like too low right now. But what do you think, Gene?
Yeah, I feel like it's fine. Nintendo doesn't like to have like multi-month marketing things, you know. I'm not going to do that for kind of this early out. Once we get to November or maybe late October, then we'll start seeing stuff. But I do wish that Metroid would be more popular. It is frustrating as a longtime Metroid fan to see Hollow Knight and Silksong just go crazy, and it's like, Metroid is the originator.
Yeah, Dread did all right though, didn't it?
Dread did like 3 million, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
But it's like it should be selling 15 million, man. Or at least 10 million.
Yeah, I know. Ideally, it would be more.
Yeah.
It should be.
I don't understand why a cool armor warrior with awesome guns fighting space aliens is a less attractive feature than a little guy in a skull. Why I love it. I love how I fucking love Hollow Knight. They both should be great. They both should be celebrated. So
I guess my only thing with Nintendo is I felt like they didn't treat Metroid like a top IP for a while.
Yeah,
it was pretty dormant for a long time. Like N64 era, it was just gone. Didn't show up. I mean, they had handhelds and stuff, but GameCube, we got Prime games at least, and we got one on Wii, so that was good. Or we got Other M, but they tried there. So they did try more later on, but it went away for a while after that.
Yeah, because they just don't sell that well. Metroid Dread is the best-selling Metroid game of all time, which is crazy. It's like, Metroid Prime 1 didn't even sell that well? That's crazy
for how like influential and how everyone knows that franchise. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
Like, I did see like this tweet going around where it's like, like the Mega Man Legends like aesthetic is like so popular among indie games, but like those games sold like shit, which again, I think it goes back to how indie games are finding inspiration in like the right places. That's why Hollow Knight and Team Cherry was able to elevate the Metroidvania genre out of like just more niche stuff and into the mainstream. And now Silksong is just basically the Metroidvania that most people seem to have played. A lot of the listeners out there keep telling me like, oh, Hollow Knight is the first Metroidvania I played. And it's like, no wonder why you love that game so much, because that was your first exposure to the genre. It's like whenever people tell me like, oh, Dishonored was such a mind-blowing game. And it's like, when I played it, I was like, it's a good game, but it's not mind-blowing. But that's because you never played Deus Ex or Thief back in the day. Dishonored is your first exposure to the immersive sim just like how Expedition 33 seems to be the first game, the turn-based game for a lot of people. And it's like, oh my God, Expedition 33 made the turn-based game mainstream. And it's like, no, it didn't. Final Fantasy VII literally is the second best-selling PlayStation 1 game of all time.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII broke that mold way back in the 90s.
Final Fantasy 7 was the game to do that, yeah.
It was FF7. It was FF7, no doubt,
Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is the last write-in from Dongler of the Schnuts. Jeez. Howdy, Nintendo files. I don't like that. It's officially official. Sonic Racing Cross World scored higher at IGN than Mario Kart World. This has to be good news for fans, though Mario Kart has officially a competitor and has to try a bit harder next time. Also, did you follow the lead up to the release of this game? The ads taking shots at Nintendo were very S-tier 90s goodness. Also, glad to see Gene defending Sonic music on Twitter this week after some dudes were claiming it was terrible. Are you ready to see
VGC podcasts? Yeah.
Are we ready to see a mainline Sonic game outpace a Mario game next? Shadow Gens was incredible. A man can only hope, but it's a very tall task. Listen, I don't think Sonic's beating Mario in the 3D space.
No.
Sorry, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic's never really beaten Mario in any space. Stand down, Hedgehog. But I do like Sonic. Okay. What do you think about this, Gene? I know you liked some of the past Sonic racing games.
Yeah. The reason why Sonic Racing scored higher than Mario Kart is because Sonic Racing is a better racing series than Mario Kart is.
There you go.
Straight up, like I love Mario, I love Nintendo. I'm always glazing Nintendo, but like I think the Sonic Racing games are just like way more exciting, way more fun. They got a lot more features going on than Mario Kart does. I did pre-order Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I'm really, really excited to play it. Had to cancel my pre-order because I think I'm going to go to New York Comic Con, so I need to start saving money. So I actually had to cancel my Final Fantasy Tactics pre-order too.
No,
I know, but it's always going to be there. It's gonna both the games are going to be there, and will probably be discounted by winter. So it's like I have no fucking time to play Final Fantasy Tactics again.
I know. I've been like, man, when am I going to fit that in this year? It pisses me off.
Well, what do you mean I have to play Final Fantasy Tactics? I don't have time. It sucks. I just barely finished Ghost of Yote. I would love to get a Sonic Racing Crossroads, but it's like, you know what? I think I'll just wait on those and go to New York Comic Con and have some fun. But
yeah, the smart thing is to not buy something until you're actually going to play it.
Exactly. I do that way too often, whereas like, oh, I'm definitely going to play this game later, so I just buy it now.
Me too. I think we're all guilty of that.
And then I just play like a year later, and it's like, God damn it. And it's like $20 or $15 later. It's like, God damn it.
A year is like generous. So it could be 5 years before I play that fucking game.
Yeah.
There are absolutely games I've bought, and it's like 4 years later, like, oh, let's finally get to this. Mm-hmm. But I don't know.
Kingdom Come Deliverance is another one where it's like, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 I bought earlier this year. I bought it at full price, expecting to play it. It's like, I'm literally not sure I can actually play that game this year. That might just be a blind spot for me in the game of the year.
We're supporting the devs. That's the good part, right? We're supporting the devs.
I gotta support my life, man.
You gotta support my life.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no. As someone who does a lot of like arts and crafts, there's always a popular meme in my crafting groups that it's like buying arts and crafts supplies is a separate hobby from actually doing them.
Yeah.
Amassing watercolors and crayons and cross-stitch supplies is its own separate hobby.
Yeah.
And then we just look at them fondly and be like, yeah, I could make something.
Yeah, that's me with card games. I just like the cards. I'm like, these are sick. But like, I don't even really play the card games. So I don't know. We're fucking dumb. It's just the way it is. Okay, guys, we got one more breaking news story that I saw during this. Borderlands 4 has been delayed for Switch 2. Good old Randy is back. Borderlands tweeted this out. Greetings, Volt Hunters. We need to share that the release of Borderlands 4 on Nintendo Switch is being delayed. We do not take this decision lightly, but we are committed to ensuring we deliver the best possible experience to our fans. And the game needs additional development and polish time to do that. Our hope is to also begin or better align the release with the addition of cross saves, which we are working on and recognize is very important. We will update you on all the new release timing once we fully adjusted our plans. In accordance with Nintendo's policy, all digital pre-orders to date will be canceled. Customers can initiate that process themselves now, or it will happen automatically starting on Friday, September 26th. For questions about the Nintendo eShop, contact whatever this link is. For physical pre-orders, please reach out to corresponding retailers. We greatly appreciate the feedback, support, and patience to our fans and community. It's truly what keeps us going. So yeah, Borderlands has had a little problem. As Micah said, don't worry about that memory leak. It's fine. You don't notice it. But yeah, Borderlands has been having some issues on a technical front. Like the PS5 one has had a memory leak. The longer you play it, the worse it runs and shit like that. The Steam version the PC version I've heard is a mess. And goddamn, I couldn't even imagine what the Switch 2 version was like then if these versions were having all this problem.
Yeah, I mean, just from the moment this was announced, it's like, I'm going to get it for Xbox. I love my Switch 2, but seeing the number of enemies on screen and everything, I'm like, yeah, it's an Xbox game.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just is what it is. That's where I'd prefer to play it. And even there, there's some issues. There's some issues.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the longer I, run, the worse I get. So
true.
I can't fault the game.
You are not a Xbox Series X, though. So
I'm not that cool.
No, none of us are. Gene, any thoughts about this delay?
I mean, makes sense. I mean,
yeah, right move. Better fucking delay it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So yeah, just do it.
All right. Well, we just thought I'd cover that real quick because it just happened. But yeah, Borderlands 4 delayed on Switch 2. So if you're looking forward to it, you're just going to have to wait longer, I guess. Please be excited. All right, everybody. That is it. Micah, Gene, thank you both for joining me. Before we go, anything you want to plug or any final thoughts?
Today is Nintendo's 136th birthday. Happy birthday, Nintendo.
Yay, happy birthday, Nintendo.
Oh, happy birthday, Nintendo. Wow.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know that. Good scoop, Micah.
For being you.
Yeah, thanks for being you bastards.
Thanks for the games.
Yeah. Anything you want to promote, Gene, or plug?
Yeah, go check out my Kojima article. Go check out my baby steps. I've been writing a hell of a lot these days. Kojima baby steps interview. I do have another interview with a director that I've already spoke to this year, but they did direct one of the best games of the year. They want to catch up with me again, which is fun.
Cool.
So that'll be coming out sometime next month. But yeah, go check out my Kojima interview. Go check out my Baby Steps interview. And follow me on Twitch.tv. I would be done streaming by now. But if you want to catch up with more streams, I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to do the Brian Ellis and stream more. You see Dustin, Brad, and I. I'm seeing Dustin and Brad work so hard, and it's like they're inspiring me. So.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. And turn on your notifications for them. Whenever Brad goes on stream, I get an email and I can't always join, but I'm like, oh, you know what, mate? Right now I can. So turn on the notifications if you want to see the guys, when they pop up on there.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for Cockring King in chat. You never know when they might pop in. All right, everybody. We're out of here. We'll see you next week. Take care and goodbye.
Adios.
Punching Up, a Nintendo podcast, is a product of Last Stand Media and Collins Last Stand LLC and is proudly recorded in the USA. The show is written and hosted by me, Bradley Ellis. My co-hosts are Gene Park and Micah Moriarty. The show is edited and produced by Dustin Furman. All of Last Stand's theme music is by Ramon Narvaez. Punching Up, along with the rest of Last Stand's media shows, are fan-funded on Patreon at patreon.com/laststandmedia. The following names are at the producer level on Patreon, our highest tier, and we're grateful for your kind contributions and generosity to our independent endeavor. Thank you.